Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hypersapien show is back. Welcome to the Hypersapien show season 2, aka 2025. So we'll go through the chat and see who's here. Yeah? What? Anyway, we have Starsy, Roger the Pirate. For the directors here, we have Dogface, Stop Woofing Around. We have AJJJJJJJ. The alphabetical spaghetti western man. But Funkin' Hungry is showing me a cool wrestling move with it. He calls it the sausage sandwich. No, I call them Aussie tacos. Apparently you don't listen. We have Kodie, the Aussie Alistair fan. My name is too long, Brony. Evening, all you wonderful, lovely people. The Aussie Brony has arrived on his galleon, various animal steeds of magical solutions. 25 minutes until showtime. So we got that wrong. The Hypersapien show. Even Simon, mate. Oh, that was a little bit formal of him. G got 2K subs on Funkin' Hungry. Stream had moved back here. G is definitely celebrating with the live stripper on cam tonight. Oh, that's my vanilla latte go coming back to haunt me. But but no, Dogface, I won't be. But I do plan to do a live stream on Funkin' Hungry probably in 2 weeks, and I plan to get a little bit silly. Maybe I might even eat some more worms. Who knows? Cody, Mark, and Roger. They're not really stripper names, are they? Maybe Cody, but wrong emoji. Hey, Simon and Stalvey, having the streams back on Hypersapien means we can all be even more looser. Yeah, until I block you all. Hi there, Cody. Wait, what? No Simon? Huh? Cody, check your contract, mate. I has specifically stricken on the Saturday show 29th of March. It's already been signed. Oh, there you go. Probably better to read this in here so I can see myself react in live time. If I was reading it in YouTube comments. Anyway, oh, oh, oh. I have to find what you flunkers were talking about. Huh? Sense Cody, Roger, and Mark are strict sense? I don't know if Styleview has his sense about him right now. Stripper Simon, dough, that mean. It's almost as bad as my English. They will appear only in their underwear on this line. Well, you wouldn't see, would you, unless Roger gets up to go to the bloody toilet 20,000 times. I signed nothing for the sort, Simon. I don't remember. Remember? I saw some member berries the other day. I asked Miss Electra to fill them, and I'm not being dirty. I'm not talking about mine. I don't remember doing that. Stylesy, nah, we're really looking to get the most out of the talent. Well, the only stripping they do is when they pull up their trouser leg. So they're going to start in full winter coat, get up and slowly lose an item. That should tie us over until Roger's power rating in hour 2. They didn't Roger hide his power rating. Whoa, we have 10 people here now. That's almost as many subscribers as I got. Woohoo, 10 minutes early. Yeah, I bet you're used to that, Stylesy. The clear crystal vision. She must have sensed I was pouring a drink and decided to start the stream. How did you know I started the stream? Can you smell it? Crystal clear picture quality tonight, G, I meant. You're already silly, you dill. Who's a dill? Well, put some hot sauce on your burrito, baby. Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. On your pizza. Oh, I started earlier. I haven't had dinner yet. Well, you was going to have dinner in 10 minutes. Fucking hell. Oh, I guess you do. I guess you are fucking hungry. Good day, lads. Hi there. Good day, AJ, mate. Hey, laughy emoji. J. Hi, Codes. How you doing, man? Hi, G. AJ. Hi, king of the chat. Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you, AJ. Smiley face. How's the dog face been a while, bro? And now we have 11. And also, what I'll do now, I'll start spreading the copy link like syphilis to flies and poopy stains on people's underwear of life. So what do? We throw it here and there and everywhere. Okay. Or 40%. Man, Pat, I'm ready to go on your stream when you're ready, King of Hone Hone Set. And then we've got this one. What was that? Just rant already. And then we'd go here, there, and everywhere. Oh no, Discord's not loading. Yeah, join Discord, you bunch of heathen live stream. Enter 36 chambers. Member. Enter. Yes, I want to send it. Why else would I write it? Alright, now we're going here. Let's try and get these. Yeah, Dogface needs to Dogface needs to get his dog ass on Discord. Where's the invite? Right there. Poppy. Kate. Poppy. Kate. Enter. Hey. Roger. Stream. Enter. Roger. Well, then with the fire.
Oh, hi. Hi, King of Honest Reviews.
No, he's dead now. He's been put in the cave, put in the cage for a while. We're back here.
Good.
Hello, Mr. Peter. All right, mate. How are you? Yeah, man, all good here. Oh, sorry, how's G? Yeah.
You're the famous one, aren't you? Hypersapien TV.
Yeah, the one with hardly any subs, besides the ones that you can't see off camera that have got gags on. How's the dog face? Hi. Yes, thank you, Roger and AJ, for finally acknowledging me. Hello, how are you? Oh, no, Roger's getting out his wide arms, trying to show his white supremacy. Oh, no.
White supremacists. Gee, I must be the most Jewish white supremacists around.
You're trying to scare off any brown people. We're only joking. If you're brown, I love you.
I must be the whitest. Yeah.
Doing great, bro. Timu Pete.
Yeah, man.
Good man. Oh, I forgot that.
Yeah,
Roger. King G and the Royal Prawn. King up on panel.
Stuff. The
Royal Prawn King.
In Kodie.
Show those muscles, baby. Why did you spell muscles like the food? Well, because he's the Royal Prawn. He has muscles instead of muscles.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Let's all guess what arm he uses most. Yeah. Show them together, Roger. I'll get on live again one day for a chat, but not today. Fair enough. It's all right. Maybe AJ, maybe you can do it on the Bunkin' Hungry celebration stream where we can all get a little crazy. I'll probably do that in 2 weeks. I reckon I'll do another Hypersapien next week and then the following week, which would be
Easter Sunday, Saturday.
How the calendars work, things, man.
I know because I looked at the calendar.
The 12th, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, the 12th.
People, I'll talk to the other guys as well and give them a heads up so they can get a few drinky poos and some snacks and some other stuff. And yeah, I'm talking to some people. I might get this. It's like a gummy bear. It's like a little tiny gummy bear, but it's got a huge amount of Scoville, so it's really hot. So I might, have a few drinks, drop this little gummy bear, just put it inside, and then see how I react on live stream to a little tiny gummy bear. He looks cute as well, but apparently packs a punch. Kind of like Mike Tyson. He's cute as well, right? Before he got his tattoo, at least. Then he looked like a right flunker. Sorry, Mike. Anyway, yeah, I've been talking some major horse tranquilizers for the last 11:46 minutes. So yeah, greetings everyone. We're back on Hypersapien, and thank you, Roger, for being here. Let us know in the chat how you are. I picture AJ coming to us in a toga from one of his comfy beach lawn chairs, getting a tan. Muscles. Didn't you still spell that wrong, Stylesy? And I'm like, I shouldn't laugh because I'm pretty shit at spelling, but Jesus. It's about the third time you tried. Just use Google, mate. Like the rest of us. Anyway, big shout out to the co-host, obviously Roger. Thank you very much for always being here. It's great to have Roger here. And I don't know if they'll join us, but shout out to Mark Shed Talk, Kodie, the Aussie Alistair fan Brony. And yeah, pretty much as well. We get Charinator a lot as well. So shout out to those guys.
Always laugh. I always have a good laugh. He's funny.
Yeah, that's what Roger's saying here. That's what I want on. Well, if obviously you don't have to, it's up to you. But it would be great to get like as many people as we can to come up and have a laugh, have a drink. I mean, you don't have to have your cameras on if you really don't like that. But yeah. Oh, there he is, Mark. His ears must have been burning. He must have had steam coming out of him. He's used to steam coming out of stuff. So yeah, there he is. Steam ear Mark in the house. But yeah, if we could get it like, yeah, if Stylesy, AJ or whatever want to come up, I'll try and give people a bit more of a warning or estimation of when it will be exactly, as I said, for 2 weeks. Just to get this channel back on the go, and then we'll jump on there and act like plonkers, have a few drinks, and
half of me doesn't want to pay for it. I want to have a drink.
Yeah, it's half. But yeah, I haven't had a beer during the week for my mum's birthday. We went out for dinner, so I had a pint of Great Northern Lager, which was very nice. But yeah, I haven't actually got drunk or anything in a while, so we'll do that and get some crazy shenanigans happening. But speaking of crazy shenanigans, right on time. Kodie and his dear friend. Here he is. Here they are. Boom. Take this down.
King Kodie.
Hello, GM Roger. How are we doing?
Hello, Kodie and Alistair. How are you?
Yeah, we're doing good. Yeah, doing good. Thank you. Yeah.
Right?
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Step that middle line. That's why I stepped that middle line. Alistair.
Yeah. I've got Alistair and I've got Angie here too. Don't forget about not
there's
Sharon,
a little-
not you, Sharon. If you're watching, it's Angie.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Stephen. There he is. I mean, Andy.
Steve?
Thought that was Stephen for a second. Going to say he came all the way from Scotland. Yeah.
Last time I checked, he didn't have 6 legs. Or 6 arms, whatever. Yeah.
Wish I had six arms. Got 4. I've actually got 5. Just need 1 more down there, and then we've got 6. I'll be able to crawl around on my crutch first. I had 6 of the Mexican Rooster beer last night, and this morning I had a headache from Satan.
Satan? Okay.
Oh, just one.
Hey, Kodie the Brony. The guy who talks too much is back. For Alistair. Yeah, Alistair needs to start
Alistair
talking more.
he don't talk too much. He's pretty quiet compared to me. Yeah.
Remember to try not to talk too much, Kodie. So that's enough. One thing you can say about all these people in the chat, they never repeat themselves every stream, do they? They always come up with fresh new stuff to say. Poor Kodie.
Oh, yeah, right. The master of the master is Kodie, eh?
Yeah.
Are you doing another one on Monday?
Yeah, I'll be going live on Monday. Yeah.
What are you doing on Monday? Was that another gaming stream, or was that just a...
Yeah, that'll be a gaming stream. Yeah.
You're what?
Do you have any games planned, or you want to just surprise people when they're there, or...
Oh, I haven't got a plan to play just yet, but got a list on my phone of what games to play. The list.
Yeah, that's fair. Put it on the list. Remember that? I'll put it on the list.
Yeah.
I have no idea myself. I'll put it on the list. But yeah, speaking of lists, I've waffled on. How are you guys? How has your week been, Roger? Do you have anything to tell the people? They're all saying Odger.
The British eater. The science having an electricity maintenance update that took most of the day. Apart from that, not too bad. Because I had to do the electricity shut off and pass it around town and that.
Yeah.
Electricity maintenance today. So if I went all out, that's why I wasn't online for most of the time Monday, Tuesday.
Before I ask Kodie how he is, I'll give even though we're not on Funkin' Hungry, I'll give you a little peek of what I did today. I've only had a bit of each, but double crunch, epic salt and vinegar.
Oh, it's epic now. Okay.
Yeah, that's epic. Also, I did find these a couple of weeks back. Just saw it randomly. But Nobbies, good old Nobbies, flaming hot pork crackle.
Wow.
So yeah, if you like spicy stuff or whatever. And the last was Doritos Dynamite extra flaming hot. It's chili and lime, and it's similar to Takis.
Oh yeah,
a rolled corn chip. So yeah, there's a little sneak peek of some stuff to come up on Funkin' Hungry, and yeah, obviously Roger and Kodie, if they're interested in reviewing them, they're all out and about. I will give a bit of a spoiler. Pretty much all of them were pretty funkin' good. A lot of times I review complete trash, but I don't know, I'm kind of like, if you like flaming hot, you kind of know what to expect, and also really, if you like salt and vinegar, you can't go wrong with a bit of salt and vinegar. So I'll go through the chat, or I'll read through the chat, but Kodie, how have you been? How's your week been since we last spoke to you?
Yeah, no, my week's been good. It's been chill here, and went out to. Or my friends had been away for weeks. They got back into town last week, so I went to town and had lunch with them today.
Nice.
I think you guys say go
Schnitzel?
bowling.
Did you have a schnitzel?
Yeah,
Oh,
schnitzel with
bowling.
chips and gravy.
He's a
Yeah.
simple man, but that's why we like him. He knows what he likes, and he likes what he likes.
It's
And that's
Wednesdays. I
what the world's
usually
strongest
go.
man.
Yeah. It's Wednesdays. I usually go bowling, but we just gone out to dinner, and then my friends have dropped me back off home.
Yeah, nice.
I guess.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Kodie, the world's strongest man.
Apparently, Stylesy reckons there's a money night with Kodie now. What are you going to play Monopoly or something?
Funny enough, I haven't got Monopoly.
Simpsons hidden room. Oh no!
Yeah, that's next
Got
month.
to
I'll
do
do that.
the deal or no deal. Odger,
Um,
show us your codger. Yeah, just to answer Dogface in here. They are 250 as well, which like they're only 50 grams. But this day and age, 250 is not too bad for a snack. Yeah, I rated them more than the normal ones. If you like flaming hot, you'll definitely love those. But yeah, these reviews will be, well, you are a member, so you'll probably see them before others. But yeah, I've still got a couple more reviews that I need to catch up on before I edit these ones. I did just finish editing the sausage roll, which I did I recorded a couple of weeks ago, but I was just had a huge backlog, like a turd in a toilet, like a backlog.
uh-huh.
Of reviews I had to catch up on. So yeah, the second CC's 4 and 21 is done. I just didn't upload it because it got late and I was about to stream. And I have a Coles hot cross bun video to edit, which was these I did a few weeks ago as well, but the wagon wheel one.
No.
Either way, I've got some from Coles, which was wagon wheels and something else, and then I've got some from Woolies, which was Biscoff and those ones Kodie had a while back, the Volvo ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've recorded those videos like at the start of the year. I just haven't caught up to them yet. But yeah, after that, then I've got those ones, and then we're off on our merry way to Wonderland, off to see the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, speaking of Wizard, I guess he didn't catch on that we're moving over here. Otherwise, he'd be writing some random stuff like someone on LSD.
I was wondering where he is until you mentioned it.
Yeah.
But when I was saying off to see the Wizard, I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, the CC chips were pretty damn shit. I didn't even finish them, and I hate wasting food.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
I think he went to see the Wizard. Roger watched Strength Canadian Club.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll pick my poison from the GWS Woolies because we don't have Coles in my small town. I've got Woolies and IGA.
Okay.
And you reject shopping before a shop.
How's the IGA there? Is it decent?
Oh, it's all right. Yeah, we've got the cook whip. Like so, still a bit of everything with deli and there's electric component. There's also a few out there that's going to have food.
Yeah, I find IGA in South Australia, some of them are okay, most of them are pretty crap, but we do get Drake's and Foodland here, which I rate Drake's quite highly. Drake's actually
Like New South
sometimes
Wales,
where I get
hit and miss.
sometimes Drake's is where I get some of these exclusive sort of or these new and unusual snacks. They seem to get them first before Woolies and stuff sometimes.
Yeah, I know it's a reject shop in town. It's all right. And there's a little section area for the snacks. They've got England, USA, Australia snacks. Yeah, like the Pacific Isles. And
Oh
then they've
yeah.
got looks like Pacific. Yeah. So American snacks like all one aisle. UK snacks all one aisle. Australian snacks all one aisle. I'm thinking country
Oh,
Pacific.
yeah.
I had to have
Wow.
blurted that out. I had to have blurted that out. This is the worker turned around and went, thumbs up to me, but all right. Small town logic. I think the small town logic for you.
Yeah,
It's spending
Dogface
the
here is
last
saying, sorry, Roger.
well,
Dogface is
yeah,
saying he had a Cadbury Breakaway for the first time the other day. It was sex in the mouth, but Breakaway is really good, but I still reckon Kit Kat still beats it. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
the ratio of Kit Kat is perfected. I mean, if I guess it's almost like I do a food channel the way I talk so much shit about food. But yeah, the Breakaway has like one big layer of wafer, and then it has the chocolate on it. And I find that Kit Kat, you know, like you break the fingers or you break the pieces of Kit Kat off. I think like the ratio is better on a Kit Kat. You get individually stacked pieces of wafer instead of one big one. But I guess it depends as well if you like um, Kit Kat chocolate or Cadbury chocolate. But I still reckon there's just something about Kit Kat. It's like the king of the wafers, as I called it in one of the videos. King of the wafers. I was at Woolies for some reason until last year. Usually say 15 a week with Coles ain't much, but I take it. Why don't you go to Aldi then if you want to save money, dog face?
Yeah.
Aldi's got like a rip off of most stuff. Hey, 15 is pretty good saving, Simon. Drake Supermarket's coming to Mount Gambier.
Oh,
Tell the truth, G, you like the Kit Kats because they are penis shaped, are they?
oh, who doesn't? I mean,
So you're telling me you have a rectangle penis? Oh, good. I'm trying to think of an animal that has that. I'm pretty sure you must be. Yeah, I guess that's why you call dog face, and you're in a league of your own. This isn't quite. This isn't quite rectangle, but you're telling me that your penis is kind of like that, like has ridges on it. It's not smooth. Has a nice ridge to it. Ridged for her pleasure. Isn't that what they say?
rich.
What penis Kit Kats? Styles's getting excited. There is UK's strongest man, Hypersapien TV, and the world's strongest man, King Kodie.
I'm far too strong. I've got no muscles. I think.
You should have seen how Kodie proved the bowling balls. I thought he was going to knock someone out with it.
Yeah.
What penis Kit Kat? If there's any kids watching, I don't think they are now, Stylesy.
Nah, no. These streams aren't for children.
Oh, that's it. It's not funkin' hungry.
Nah.
No,
Oh, pardon me.
you're burping.
Yeah, yeah. It's only my first stream.
Hello,
Honest.
Yeah, past 5. 5 drinks later. That's my first drink.
Nah, that is my first drink actually. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jay, wombat maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure wombats have just long, skinny ones, don't they? Pretty sure a wombat are the ones that come out like whack-a-mole, like they're just bodies flat. You know, you just see a pair of balls, you're not expecting much, and all of a sudden it comes out like a worm out the ground, just pops out, extended,
Well, Pete Wall goes
like a measuring tape. But
A pig's orgasm lasts 30 minutes. A pig's orgasm lasts 30 minutes.
Bloody hell, Stylesy's going to buy a Kit Kat tomorrow. Maybe we should have went live tomorrow so he could have came up and ate his penis-shaped Kit Kat.
Mm.
Well, apparently
He's a really good
Dogface
man,
has got a
Styles.
joke, but apparently only
Wombat.
Peter can. Only Peter's. This is Peter's joke. No one else is allowed to partake in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the joke, or if that's the joke, Dogface, I feel like it needs a bit of work.
Yeah, well,
I feel like the punchline was in the middle and the end was the beginning. All right, G, the Wombat Wanker, come show me how you do it.
Yes, first Dogface and Apollo.
you've been wanking some wombats, G. That's not right, mate.
Yeah, well, it's better than stealing the babies from the mother to go and pose with them for social media. But
yeah, that dumb bitch.
Yes, you don't do that. It's illegal to harm or steal or anything with native animals.
Yeah,
Cody, in my defense, I was just trying to help the repopulation of wombats. So it's just one spreading of the semen at a time. Just giving them a little help. Just directing them into the right area.
Yeah, I read up she said, "Oh, Australians are hypocrites. They always harm their native animals over there." Since when?
Well, I think Peter's trying to say because they poo in squares, so if you insert a certain object into that area, maybe it would turn square or rectangular. Is that the joke, or am I just thinking too much into it? Wombats poop tubes. Peter made a joke, not me. So he has a square-shaped pecker. I followed that bitch on Instagram. Stylesy.
Yeah, they follow that on Instagram.
Stylesy has no.
That sounds like Mexican.
Stylesy will probably go and follow a wombat now.
And who says what now? And what do I say?
Well, we've had 30 minutes of this now.
Wow, not bad.
Not bad. It's all right. Oh no, what is being shared? Stylesy looks like a men's corner.
What stuff are you sharing, Stolzy? That's up.
Boobs prove that men can focus on two things at once.
Recently, the only case profits born in Australia recently. Like OnlyFans.
And that was from Mr. Shed Talk, not Mr. Stylesy.
Oh,
Wombat Britain. I got a wombat.
Wombat. I just wanted to see if you had OnlyFans link. You just spend all your just spend all your paycheck on OnlyFans, Stylesy. How many people are you following on there? Wombat Britain.
Don't you know porn's free, Stylesy?
There's only thing you saw pop up in Australia, Kodie, so you can square your face up at it if you want. And get others to the final off. I take it, Kodie. You're good. You're good, man. Young man.
Yeah, you too, Roger.
Gonna put this just down here, away from these guys, unless someone else joins. The little logo. Don't want to hide Roger's beautiful face from everyone. That would be insensitive of me. That'd be insane of me.
Yeah. I want to cover up Roger's face.
Roger's hiding his own face now.
Yeah, I don't think it is nice. It's also been broken.
Whoops, wrong way. Got your nose. Oh no, he's got his own nose. Got your nose. Not many, G, but you should see the block list I have on OnlyFans. Why the hell have you got a block list? What, you
The
have your
hell,
way with them
Starzy?
and then you have your way with them and then you just
Yeah.
block them? Is that your way of having a root and boot?
The
Oh
one
no,
line,
What,
the
having a
Rain
root
Man's
in a
here.
boot?
The Rain Man's
one
here. I
of
might have to
those
move the
people-
logo.
Hello.
Oh, that's all right.
no,
Oh no, yeah,
Hello,
it's
Rain
alright.
Man.
teenager. I would have said
We're
to
up
myself,
here.
are you a one-nighter or the root rat? It's cool.
Oh,
But it's not the same thing, but yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
just
I'm
tighten them
hyper.
now. Ta-da.
Oh,
There
I'm
you
going
go.
to say I'm Hypersapien TV now.
Yeah, that's you, Cody. Oh, I just noticed as well. You got another can of a box of Pepsi Max there. You've been
Indeed.
smashing them down since last time.
Yeah.
Well, bloody
I
get
put
them in the
I
mixer
put
there.
yeah, I put all of them in
Actually,
the
his
fridge
brother
and just place a box up there.
it's not his took
Oh,
his guys all
I
put
love
in the
it.
fridge, yeah.
Yeah, I've got plenty now.
King
So
Matt, hey
I'm
King
good.
Matt.
Hey, Mark.
Hey boys, how are you?
Good,
Yeah,
thank you.
all
That's
right.
all right.
Yeah.
How have you been, Mark?
Oh well, yeah, I'm getting there slowly. It's been a bit wet here, quite a bit wet actually. Yeah, just a bit of flooding in the shed here, and just a lot of
Oh,
rain
shit.
around the area. A lot of areas, even further north, up around Bundaberg, and that copped a lot of rain, and so have we. So
I heard
yeah.
it's like a year's worth of rain or some shit. Is that what they're
Oh,
calling it?
look, I don't
Or
know.
just
We've just
that's
had a
just
shitload
probably
of rain, and it's been a pain in the ass, to tell you the truth. Look, I don't mind the rain. I know we
yeah.
need the rain, but we like most of the week at work we had rain. A lot of guys were sitting at home because they couldn't work. It's too wet in the paddock. And today is really when it sort of came down here. We're doing all right, but when rain gets upon rain gets upon rain, and then you get even more
Yeah.
rain, it gets nowhere to go. So takes, as you can see behind me, all this area was wet. I've cleaned it up a bit. Um, Look, it's
Crazy.
part and parcel. We've been through it before. It's just an absolute pain. But we got some
Yeah.
more tiling done in the wife's craft room. So the laundry is almost done. Hopefully, we'll get the laundry done tomorrow. And
Oh, sweet.
now we got clear skies. Hopefully, we can also get our weekly washing done. We usually do our washing once a week. Bit of mindless trivia for everyone to know.
Oh no, we need to know. Is it jocks and socks or is it pants and
it,
t-shirts?
it's everything. Usually,
Oh yeah,
usually the
bit of
wife
all.
does the normal clothes and towels on a Friday, and does my work clothes
Yeah.
on a Saturday. Um, but yeah, obviously we couldn't do that today, and we've got the you just can't see it, but the laundry and dryer and sink her out of the new laundry is sitting in the shed here while we get the tiling done.
What's crazy as well, when I went on that hike, for people that know me on Facebook, like Mark and whatnot, would have seen the pictures I've shared. There was a. It's kind of funny as well. There was a waterfall. Like you can go in all different directions, but it didn't really cross my mind. But because it's been so dry, there's no water coming down the fall. There's just dry as like a nun's crumpet. So went there, and all of a sudden, well, I should have brought some butter with me, but it's just dry as. And if you look
That's
into
what you
HARP, the technology HARP, it's kind of interesting. I find how Queensland's getting a lot of rain, and they have the technology to be able to move that rain to South Australia and whatnot. But oh, wait a second, I don't have my tinfoil hat on. But yeah, if you look into that stuff, it's real. There's a lot of information that
yeah.
says that it's out there. So this goes to show you really that
I'd rather see
can
in
the government can, or the military more so, I guess, if they're all a part of the same gang, right? The same crew. But yeah, it just goes to show really
yeah,
that
the
they
whole
could. could do more to move rain from one area to another if they wanted to.
Like
Yeah.
like cloud seeding. That's what
Hmm.
you call cloud seeding. Yeah, I heard about that.
I know they do have a harp in Australia. I'm pretty sure it might even be South Australia, which is kind of funny that with like Queensland, that sort of area is getting all that rain, and then we're having one of the worst dry seasons that we've had in years, where a lot of farmers and stuff are having to order in water for their cattle and for their properties and stuff. So, yeah.
That's some rain.
Anyway,
Like,
I guess
here.
I jumped in a little bit too early for the cheese-spiracy. Should have asked everyone to get their crackers out.
I haven't got any crackers.
Yeah, it's.
What do you say?
I really don't think we need a half here to give us more rain because, yeah, you're right, Peter. Move water, try a pipeline, and Peter's been getting the same. He's been getting a large amount of rain up his way because of where proximity. We're on the coast. We're going to cop rain, but we certainly have got more than our average. I think it was only 2 weeks ago we were going through the same sort of thing. I was talking about how much rain we've had here, and I've even talked about it on the Thursday night lives. So it's yeah, it gets you down a bit because you just can't really get anything done, and it affects
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, it's kind of like one extreme to the other. Our summer or the heat is extended. Obviously, it should be getting cooler here, but we still get it. You get some days that are 20, but then it bounces back up to 30, 35, and that sort of numbers, which
We're not there
is
really.
pretty good. But then the nature, you always find nature doesn't know how to handle it when the seasons are all out of whack. And then sometimes you might see bees when it's more winter, and it's because you get hot days, and they're like, oh, and then all of a sudden it's cold, and they're like dying. Like, well, what happened? What happened to the weather? Like, just nature doesn't know how to handle it, and it's and then at the other extreme is very wet.
Yeah, well, we're certainly the days are still pretty warm here. It's still warm here now. It's quite pleasant actually. The nights
Yeah.
are starting, the nights are starting to get cooler, but
Hmm.
yeah, I thought it would have been a little bit cooler by now, but yeah, who knows? Anyway, it is what it is. It's look, we can't change it. We just got to deal with it the best way we can.
Yeah, the can, right? Isn't that how it goes? The can.
Can. That's the one.
With a candy man can. Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So there we are, everyone. That's how we are.
That's right. Yeah.
I think my version of saying what I've been up to was me just talking shit for half an hour.
Well, somebody's got to talk crap.
Yeah, that's it.
Hmm.
We all take turns, do we? So if we all take turns, that'll be 2 hours. We'll go for
Yeah.
a half an hour each.
All right, who's going to poo from the mouth next?
Yeah.
Well, looks like Roger's ready. How many cans have you had, Roger? What's the count? What's
Two.
the can count? Two. I wish that if we was one of those big YouTuber channels, we could have like numbers that changes every time he has a can. The
Mm,
Oh,
can
yeah.
can. Roger's
keep
can
track,
count.
Ken. So what's the reason for just the Hypersapien you relaunching, or did I miss something?
Well, I was going to do this in about April. I did speak to some people. I think it was like some of the other guys from Funkin' Hungry members. But my watch time was getting close to 4,000 or whatever, and then it dropped back down to half. And I
Oh.
don't know if that means that when a year passes, it drops the numbers down, like it drops it down. So it dropped dramatically. So then that, like, the only thing I could do, I guess, is like try and smash out content, do a lot of live streams, try to build that back up. But also, I don't know, again, maybe a bit tinfoil hat. I feel like some of my numbers on Funkin' Hungry weren't doing that well. And I know some of the stuff we talk about on these live streams could possibly be words and triggers, and the algorithm might have a cry. You know, the cheesespiracy stuff, maybe the drinking, maybe the swearing, you know, a lot of stuff. But I've never, it's shadow banning, as they call it. I've never had like an actual complaint from YouTube, besides on, funny enough, Hypersapien TV on this channel, when I shared a couple of things and people reported it, and it was what I got the strike for was I posted my pronouns are fuck you and suck my dick.
Aw.
What
Oh.
is the post that I got in trouble for, and they said it, and then I had to have some go to school instead of copyright school. It was like, I don't know, sexual education or something. It was like, this is sexually.
Oh, that's such a fat one.
This got done for sexual and explicit content or something, but yeah.
Oh, what the hell?
But yeah, and I just feel like, I guess the short version is, I feel like Funkin' Hungry might be shadow banned, which is normally when you get a ban, but it's not like a proper ban. It's like the algorithm has banned you, like has made your content not being pushed to everyone as much as normal.
Not
You know,
available.
they're not showing it on a bigger scale because they've shadow banned you, and I feel like that possibly could be it. But that could be just me being a bit paranoid. But I feel like if I move the live stream to here, a channel that I do want to build on, but also one of the reasons as well for this channel was as well, obviously, to all get together and share our own passions and channels, and which we kind of do here. Like, everyone in the audience kind of, you know what Mark does and Kodie does and Roger does. So, and then, and also, I guess it's a little, you know, people come on a Funkin' Hungry live stream, they might expect more, even though people who are here often know what we do. You know, some new person might go, "Oh, he's going live. Oh, why is he talking about fuck? My pronouns are fuck you and stuff like that." I better unsub from him. At least here, people know that this is just me being me instead of me being Funkin' Hungry. So
Yeah,
as that brand grows as well, you know, I just want to leave that to that, and then what we do here is what we do here. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes total sense. The pronoun thing, I happened to click on it, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll just set this up, you know. And when I changed it at he, him, and I think, oh shit, I don't want this, you know. I was a bit annoyed at myself for even touching it. So I managed to go back in and just turn it off. Look, that's not me. I don't care about pronouns.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. If you want to know someone, go look at their birth certificate.
Yeah, well, the only pronoun I really want to, if somebody's I'm a man. That's it. That's what I am. Nothing's changed.
Apparently, Mark, no, you're not. You're a cis male now. Apparently, is what it's called.
Oh God,
CIS.
no way.
Oh man, it was one with a major TV. So
yeah, a rapper that I listened to brought out a new album, and Rants and Bad Bones, and he had some really good lyrics about and I've said this years ago, like, just everything needs a label now. Everything needs a label. Everything needs to, like, you can't just be male, female, or man, woman. It's like, you're a cis male because you identify as the sex that you was born as. So there's too much information and labeling. I swear, just COVID made everyone just go crazy. It's like, oh, let's put labels on top of labels. And but the funny thing is, when my pronoun is fuck you, suck my dick, that was a part of a song that I shared but that song's allowed to be on YouTube. That
Oh,
song's allowed to
what?
be on
That's
YouTube
bullshit.
with him saying the word. But then when I wrote the words, but yeah, it's because obviously people recorded that. But it's. I had my fun, and here I am. Hello, cheerio, I'm back. Too many labels. There's enough labels when you go to the supermarket and have to like, oh, this one's got traces of cabbage in it. Oh, this one's got tomato.
Yeah.
There's enough labels there. Tried the double fiery Angus at Hate Days. It's hot. I'm looking for some dinner now. What should I buy?
I haven't tried it now.
Well, it sounds like you already decided there, Dogface. Sounds like you explained exactly what you wanted. Get the double fiery Angus. And yeah, it will be hot. I think the name sort of suggests that. But yeah, you can get it without. Just if you don't want a hot one, just get a double Angus, but the non-fiery one. But yeah, I haven't reviewed that yet. Times like this, I wish I was in the city.
What's watching my videos most?
I went and got Red Rooster for us the other day, and
Kodie From.
so the two meals I got was the Reds box, whatever it is. I was a bit disappointed in it, and I got exactly the same meal. I got the normal one for my wife because she doesn't like spicy food. It repeats on her a bit, so she tries to stay away from it as much as possible. And I got the spicy one, and I was just a little bit disappointed. The piece of chicken I had didn't seem like to have any spicy in it, but the chicken burger had the sauce, and the sauce was the spicy. And if anything, it was too much spice. I like a bit of spice, but I just think it was too hot, too spicy.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes it's too much.
Mm.
And then there's me chugging hot sauce like it's some carton of milk.
Oh look,
But
I
yeah,
don't get me wrong.
that fucked me up hard though when I'd done that last time.
Just
I
pouring
like
it on your pizza.
I like me hot sauce, and I haven't had any in a while. But I just thought, and I know Red Rooster's got to cater for everyone. I just
Yeah,
thought it was just too much. It took too much away from the rest of the flavors, and
yeah,
yeah,
that's like hot is fine. Like you can get that with Chinese, Indian, and other stuff, but you don't want the heat to overpower
mm,
the hot chicken, the hot honey sauce from McDonald's I reviewed recently. It was nice. Some people might say it's hot. I didn't find it that hot, but at least you can still taste the chicken and the bread and stuff.
yeah.
Like all the ingredients are quite well balanced. Where if it's just too hot, if it's crazy hot, you just after a while you can't even taste the food itself.
Mm, mm. Well, I don't know if you've got it down there, but Red Rooster does a. I don't think it's a hot. Maybe it is a hot honey or something like that. So they've had that for a while up here. And when I haven't, I don't think I've watched your review on that one of Macca's. So I might have to give it a try. It sounds nice.
Yeah, they do the dipping sauce as well for the nuggets, and then they do two different burgers: McCrispy, McSpicy. The McSpicy, the fillet of chicken is actually hot, where the McCrispy is just not hot. But then they all have this hot honey on it, and it's a little bit average by itself. But as soon as I dipped the nugget into it, the nuggets were relatively fresh as well, not some old crusty piece of craps. But yeah, the sauce was quite nice. It made the nuggets have that sort of honey chicken sort of vibe with the batter, the honey, and just that little bit of heat. But yeah, also I'm a little bit crazy when it comes to heat. Not as much as I used to do. Yeah, sometimes I eat stuff, and I remember I've spoke to Dave and Becky, and they say that Wicked Wings from KFC are spicy, and Zinger burgers and stuff. And to me, that's like on the lowest level of spice.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
like where it's got a nice flavour, bit of spice, but doesn't do much to me. So everyone's different. Good spicy enough, honey.
Ooh, lovely.
Apparently, Sir Roger, a burger is a burger with pineapple in it. Everything else, apparently, it's not a burger.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh,
Will
this
be
bloke called Kodie's like,
but
damn
the
right,
food
Roger, without pineapple, it's just
with
not
the
a burger.
sugar.
Oh, no, now it's reminding me of Stephen, the burger, burger,
Bugger to bugger.
egg burger.
When I go to McDonald's, make sure I get a serve of the famous French fries styles. He says, "Wow, okay."
Yeah.
How's the audio now, Pete? Pete sent me a message and said I was a bit soft on the audio.
Yeah, I'd say it's when you move it closer, it's obviously a little bit louder.
Yeah, I've got it ramped up a fair bit too.
Oh, yeah.
I
No, it
reckon it's
sounds all
because
right.
I think it's just because we're all like quite calm at the moment. We're all just relaxing, talking about spicy burgers and pineapples, and all of a sudden, once we get a bit more revved up, Peter would be like, "Oh, you're
Ooh.
messaging you saying calm down, you're too loud."
Well, I've just
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Settle down.
No,
Peter reckons it's still low. He just sent me a message on Discord. Maybe I
maybe he
don't
needs
know.
to turn up his, maybe he needs to turn up his volume.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to
yeah,
say,
because
I can hear you
I
fine,
don't know.
Mark.
Hey,
I didn't hear well,
what's going on?
Yeah,
What's
no
going on,
idea.
George? Oh,
Maybe
well,
it's
never
just the
mind.
difference. Maybe it's just because we're all using headsets and you're using a mic. It's probably
Yeah.
just a different sound quality.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say you're quiet. It's probably just a different sound.
maybe
Yeah,
maybe
maybe.
maybe Peter needs to check his settings.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
Are those headphones or
May needs to update his computer.
I usually check my headphones out if it's on or not properly. I usually check them through Spotify because I have a Spotify account. Then I usually put on a random song and see if it works properly. And it's still working properly. So I had
Well,
stopped it on
so
running there.
so much the TikTok hour. Wow, that's crazy.
Oh,
Oh,
almost.
no.
How many? So, question: how many of you guys are on TikTok?
Not
I
many.
am on TikTok and I do upload on TikTok, but I only do it here and there, and have never. You need like 1,000 to go live and do unlock other stuff. I've never got there.
That was the
When
go wild on TikTok.
the disabled vlogger, when I used to go there to talk to him and stuff, and Miss Austin and whoever else, yeah, I could never go live because I didn't have enough followers. But I've never really like
Push it.
pushed, never really stuck around to push the content.
Hmm.
And I know my brother Robert Fifel's got TikTok account, but he never really uploads there. He's like, yeah, it's for safety just in case something happens with our YouTube accounts, like might get terminated or whatever. He says it's why it's safe, the safe keeps in that guy. Yeah, it's got nothing on it, as far as I know.
But yeah, TikTok when it first came out was just very vile, teeny boppy. You know, like they them reacting, lip syncing, and to songs and
Yeah,
all this stuff, and people got very famous from it. They got paid well and a lot of money from
Famous.
it, and yeah, pretty much yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Famous
Yeah.
because some
Yeah.
people made some
you know
bank
what
off
you
it. Some people made a social presence, like became influencers or whatever off it. But yeah, then everywhere else started doing it. Instagram does the reels, YouTube does the shorts. Really,
gotta
all I
know.
do
You
is
get
go to the different platforms with my smaller videos and just put them up and I get a few people I get a few comments, but obviously not as engaging as the YouTube channel. And
Yeah.
really, in my mind, it's just to kind of try and get that name out there a little bit more, just so if people see it there, here, there, everywhere, they'll be able to associate
You have to be
Funkin' Hungry
careful.
to that. But
You
one
have to
reason
be
I don't
careful when
think
you
my
go
channel,
employed.
sorry, Roger.
You have to be careful when you get employed though, because employers can't actually check your social media, how you interact on social media. 9 times out of 10, that's how they determine when you go for promotions or employer and not as well. They do check your social media stuff, so they know who they're hiring.
As soon as
Everybody
Dogface
knows
said
that
this, it
anyway.
reminded me of that kid from The Simpsons that has the high pitched voice and the pimples who
Oh,
works for like
yeah.
Krusty Burger and the
The squeaky voice
stereotypical.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's always making mistakes, and he's always like getting like hell paranoid and over. Yeah, his voice gets higher the more he gets. Oh, sorry, sir. Normally,
Uh, we've
I think it's Homer moaning.
we've all been there. Back when I was a teenager, a long time ago, my first
Yeah.
job was working at a chicken place. Long before Red Rooster was, I think,
Yeah.
and I don't think I lasted long. I just, the excuse that was given was that they didn't like the way I stuffed the chicken or something like that. Just
Oh.
Yeah, but they really wanted to teach you how to stuff a chicken. Well, you get
yeah.
behind it and you're gonna stuff it like
Mm, 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 mm.
I just I don't I really wasn't too enthusiastic about working there. I just but I suppose
yeah.
what do you well that wasn't my first job. It was probably my second job. But anyway,
My first one was Woolworths, like after school and that, like stacking shells and stuff like that. That's my first job.
No.
It lasted
Yeah.
I can
years.
I look back now. When you're a kid, when you're a teenager, um, you're in a completely different mindset than what I
Yeah.
am now. I see it with kids now, and I look back and think, shit, was I that brainless when I was a kid? And I probably was.
Oh, yeah.
It is like that, yeah.
We
I've,
all like
I've
that in the
been there
teens.
plenty of times.
We're all
But
going
yeah,
through that stage at the stage
kids
of having
acting like
that teenage
twats, and you're
heart.
like, man, that was me once upon a time. I was that twat.
It was like that too. And I was thinking, gee, the first generation called me a twit for being up painless, and now we call teenagers that as well. You know, they're
And,
35, 50
and
years old,
milking.
gee, are they brainless?
That
Yeah.
that that mean working in the local brothel, milking the cow,
Mm.
milking the goat.
So,
Hopefully, the
yeah, that's
teenager's
the last
pubic
thing I
hair
just said.
doesn't fall into your. Why the hell would pubic hair be enter a burger?
Well,
What
they
is he
stuff
making
the
the
burger
burger?
down their pants.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that.
was he making a
Yeah.
burger like this?
Yeah, and go, oh, there you go. Wait a minute. There you go.
Oh wait,
This is too
here's your
heavy,
burger.
but
Oh wait a second, that's my muff burger. Sorry, sir. Let me just take that back
Ooh.
from you.
yeah. Oh, don't forget the garlic.
Hopefully, you got the Biscoff Storm dog face. It's hard to go to
Yeah.
Hungry Jack's without getting the Biscoff Storm.
Yeah.
In all fairness, we probably don't want to know what goes on behind the scenes in some of those fast food places. I'm sure shit goes down that we just have no idea.
Oh, I used to work at Macca's, and I have shared some of the stories at times. Yeah, I've seen some of the craziness that goes on there, and then I'm stupid enough that I ate it, but also stupid enough to review and eat it as well.
Oh, nothing surprises me what goes on these days.
Flake
No,
Storm,
maybe CG will not surprise me at all. That's
fucking Flake Storm.
wrong. See it
What
all.
sort of grandma gets a Flake Storm?
Yeah, you got to get Biscoff one, you know?
It's
What the
like a
hell?
blogger.
Yeah, dog face. You ain't
How
gonna find
dare
no
you?
pubic hair in a Flake Storm.
Yeah, Peter, I know ignorance is bliss, mate.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, if you don't get a Biscoff, a Oreo Storm Oreo Storm goes hardcore. Give it a bit of a drunk and hungry stir.
Cody, I meant to leave a comment on your video about your Oreo biscuits. Man, I just cannot stand them. There's just too much sugar in them. Like when you read out that sugar content, I just got, holy shit! It's just unbelievable.
You know, he's chocolate.
Well, what
A bit
I'm
like
going to
when
do,
I used to say block chocolate.
this is going to give Mark a cardiac arrest. I've got all the I've got all the Oreo biscuits, and I'm going to do a video where I try them all and see which one's the best. But
Oh,
Oh
I'm
no.
I'm saving working up to that because I'm not obviously not going to eat them all. I'm going to have to try to find people to give them to after that. Probably just pick the good ones, the ones I like, and then go, yeah, do you want this one?
Yeah,
I
if
do. It did cross my
you're
mind that I do art class, and maybe I might bring them in and let people have it with their coffee and stuff. Put them in a pub or something. Tell people to help themselves, something like that. But yeah, there's about I don't know anywhere between 6 and 8 packets of Oreos that I've got.
oh, this bloody thing's
So instead of reviewing each one at a time, I just thought that seems a bit pointless doing a video for every single flavor. May as well just do one video where I'll try them all and
Yeah.
Sorry, Cody. I used to like chocolate a lot when I was your age. That's about 15 years ago. Sorry about that, Cody. That's about 15 years ago. I'm 45 this year. Things changed in 15 years.
yeah, you're the only
I was in
you're
town
sweet
last.
enough for all of us, right, Stalsy? Don't need Oreos when we got Stalsy around.
Hmm.
He's the only sweet we need. You have my address,
Yeah,
Jay. I think Peter's saying that he wants the leftovers. We can't put the
can't
balls
believe
back in
another
the
chance.
paddock now, mate. Dogface should get up on screen and eat his fiery Angus and see how hot it is.
Yeah.
If I think Angus, I think of cattle, Angus. You know, black cows and that. I think of.
Black
That's how I
cows.
think of Angus. Yeah, Angus. I didn't think of cattle. That's why you say Angus beef and that. I used to
Yeah,
think,
that's what it is.
oh,
That's what it is. That's what
I
it
know
is,
it's a
Roger.
cow, but it's just,
The
I
Angus
know.
beef.
I know.
Oh, you're just thinking of a cow running around and Simon's chasing it.
Well, could be
Put in a
worse
bit
when I
of
was a kid.
splashing hot sauce on its bum, trying to have a bite.
Well, when I was 4 years old, I used to think black cat cattle used to produce black meat.
Yes, Stylesy, come on
I was 4 years
screen,
old.
Stylesy.
I was only 4 at the time. I said to Mum, Mum, is it true that black cattle produce dark meat? I thought, oh, I remember. I don't know why it's 60 up, but this was one of my earliest memories of 60 up. Me asking Mum, does black cattle produce black meat? That's all.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's 60 up, but that's one of my earliest memories of 60 up. It's back in 1984. So blame the 80s for it. Blame, that was when Bob Hawke was Prime Minister.
Hello,
Used
we're
to
getting
remove Bob
nice and
Hawke as
personal
Prime
here.
Minister.
We're having the undressing show by the looks in the comments.
YouTube has standards. Coming on stream isn't one of them. Didn't that other bloke do that? Or it probably would have anyway. I want to come on
No.
one day and bra tiny little squares right in the middle.
No.
I think he means and be a tiny little square right in the middle.
Oh, be like the Brady Bunch.
We can sing the song.
Maybe Mother and
Hypersapien
Son.
bunch.
Maybe
Yeah,
Mother
that's
and
right, yeah.
Son. That's another show.
What he said.
Mark, you can remember Mother and Son, Mark, on
Oh, look,
ABC.
Nightbot's here.
Yeah, we should get Nightbot to make an appearance.
Yeah,
Yeah, Nightbot, get your butt up here.
that'd be weird as if Nightbot did.
If we
Give
have
it time.
Nightbot,
Give it time.
Night-
Some AI will be starting to present stuff on a platform somewhere.
Oh, did you hear that Elon Musk sold X to his AI or some shit?
Hey,
What?
We'll
I don't know what that was. Yeah,
Oh.
do you know about that, Roger?
I read about
With-
something today about it. Yeah. I'm thinking, because Robo's wife sent a link to me. He says,
Elon Musk
read this. It made me laugh this morning when he says about it. I read it now and thought,
combines AI firm and X in 52 billion deal. But I didn't really delve into it enough. But how can you? It sounds like he's like almost sold it to himself, but somehow got money. It's like I just couldn't really wrap my head around it. Elon Musk sells X to his own AI. Like, how does that really even work? What sort of universe are we living in?
I'll get it
Oh,
on.
do you want X to do his AI? Yeah, all right. Give me 52. Where did the 52 billion come from? The AI. Where did the AI get 52 billion from? Has purchased Elon Musk says X AI has purchased X, formerly known as Twitter, for 33 billion.
Oh, yeah.
And all stock transaction, the combination values XAI at 80 billion and X at 33 billion. How the hell can people even have a B in front of them money?
well, he's a very
All these billions, all these billions. It's crazy that there's all these billions and there's still people eating some sort of dead animal off the road or whatever. Hello, sexy fuckers. Did Kodie try his special whiskey from Cavada today? Hey, he did. He did on
Yeah, I did that on Monday. Yeah.
I think he put a few more hairs on his chest by the look of it.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly, Peter.
Yeah, I do have a few hairs on my chest.
It sounds absolutely ridiculous. Funkin' delicious. Funkin' ridiculous. AJ is back and now I went hard. So I thought that was when you was talking about how good the flake was.
Went hard.
A sip.
Nice.
A sip, not a full drink. Yeah, Kodie, when are you going to have a full drink? Maybe Kodie's going to save it for the celebration of 2K, where I plan to.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I might do that. Yes. Yeah, I might do that. I'll probably have it with ice. I've put some ice in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so I'll do that
fine.
then.
Well, sometimes if you drink hell hardcore stuff straight, even if you have like a bit of icy water next to it, just for like a little bit of a cleanser or chaser or whatever, if it's hardcore. But I don't know what I'll get for a drink for that. Maybe some Hennessy, bit of brandy. Haven't had that for a while. What did you make, AJ? Born in the wood. Did Stylesy make you dinner? Dinner was so delicious, thanks, Stylesy.
No, you're a good man, Stylesy.
Yeah. Oh no, it's happening. It started.
Oh, I love you, Roger. He needs to sing on stream like I did.
I don't think he realises how much of a pirate he actually is. Pirate by name, pirate by nature, Japanese curry and mashed potatoes with spring onions.
Oh, that
What
sounds
are the
good.
spring onions doing? Oh, I think that's an invitation to Kodie.
Oh, okay. And Stolzy will make a day.
Angie likes it hard, he's told me. Oh, food, steaming.
Yeah, he has told me, yeah.
Oh. Don't we all, Angie? Wink, wink. Don't we all?
He's always got his eyebrow raised for some reason, so.
I used to do that all the time. I can't do it, especially when I'm looking into here, because I really, because it's all mirrored and shit, so I can't. That's a Disney song, Roger, singing. When you wish upon a star.
That's a Disney song.
Don't fire up. Don't fire up, Roger, dogface. It's nothing like a fired up Roger comes out with some crazy. Sounds bomb as AJ. It's a trap. It's a trap. I love curry and spicy food. If done right on Friday, 4th of April, the Pirate Life has noodle review coming up.
Oh,
yeah, there's some spicy noodle soups in. Noodle soups and that. Bit similar they had before 2 years back.
Yeah, I've still got a shitload of noodles that I need to review. I've got kimchi, tomato pasta, got stew type. I've got mee goreng, green chili. That's the problem when you review food. You get too much that's sitting around and you go, man, I wouldn't mind that for dinner, but I'll have to review it. I love curry.
I'm doing well, thanks, AJ.
Do you love curry when you're drunk and sober, Roger? Drunk or sober? I love curry if I'm drunk or sober.
I remember that.
How you going, AJ? You a bit wet up there, mate?
Probably a bit wet down there after that.
Oh, it could be a bit wet down there too.
Only turned as red as his hat.
I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it's freaking hilarious. So it's a
what?
I've actually got a bit of cheesepiracy for you later as well, which is quite weird, but we'll get into that later. Oh, what is this?
What the hell?
This is going to trigger Stylesy.
Yeah.
The hell kind of shit am I smoking right now?
No, not much.
Who comes up with this? Who does this shit? What?
This is using AI or something like that.
Yeah, we thought memes were bad for society. Now we have AI.
Damn, he's got a long tongue. What the fuck?
I'm absolutely soaked. Oh no.
I like a lot of weird shit, but that's just too weird. Bloody hell.
Kodie bloody reacted to beheadings and bloody transsexual genital whatever they call it, and he doesn't like that. So then he draws the line at Donald Trump getting his tongue out, getting pampered with piggies. Kodie's like, that's it. I've had enough. Like, Kodie's going to cancel us. Yeah, I think it was like pretty creepy and weird, but the noise just made it even more stressed up.
That was just what?
The noise
Did not need to hear that.
The noise is making
Oh,
me didn't have to be turned on or terrified. Maybe a bit of
no, no, for me, just be terrified. Turn me on at all.
just the right
No,
sort of weird for Trump.
that for
Mm.
sure.
Yeah, the only thing missing was Biden walking around wondering where he was, chucking over some stairs. So yeah, what I was going to do on these streams as well, when we get to the halfway mark, which is 1:30, we'll have like a slight little break where people can go and get drinks and whatever. Just
No.
to, but even though Cody and Roger go and because their fridges are just behind them, unlike myself, they can just walk. They can just walk just there and grab something. But I guess me and Mark, we'd have to go elsewhere and make them. But,
Yeah.
You got some sort of interlude to sort of show or play in the meantime?
I haven't. I was just going to put Rogers in the background, his fridge, so and he can sing a song. That was the best we've got so far.
Yeah. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen Dylan yet either.
Yeah, as I said, it's
Maybe he's
because I'm
wondering
back
where it
on.
is.
Yeah, as I said, I'm back on here. I gave people warning by saying, "Oh, quite a while that I'll be streaming here again." I even had
Yeah.
the banner going along last stream on Funk and Hungry as well, but I might share the stream on Funk and Hungry
No. Yeah.
just for
Yeah.
people. So pretty sure I did share yesterday saying I'd be streaming here. Yeah, what sort of universe are we living in? We don't have a lot of people here, but somehow Dogface has missed the last few streams, and here he is. I guess
He's
Dogface is
back.
making up for everyone else. Yeah, he's making up for all the others that aren't here. Dogface is going all out tonight. He's
Mm.
probably going to have sore fingertips in the morning for what one or two reasons from
Mm.
typing and other stuff. Yeah, if you want to, AJ, why not?
Yeah.
No
The
one
more
said
the
you
merrier.
can't be. That's it.
Yeah. That clip didn't turn me on. That's for sure. That was what the fuck.
Moister than an oyster.
Moister than an oyster.
I agree. Yeah, we'll have to get some. See, this doesn't. This program doesn't have like what Restream has, where it's music. Because on that, I could have just put some music on, put a background screen on. You know.
Yeah, it,
Lacking in a
the
lacking
reason
in a
why
few.
I chose this platform was because of the price. It was a really cheap price, and the more I've worked with it, not I haven't become disappointed. It works great. I can stream in 1080, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
that's that's the other thing. And when I made a
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
comment on a restream somewhere, they said, "Oh yeah, you can stream in 1080," and I thought, well, you didn't go. It's not that they didn't go out of their way to show me, but there wasn't. I tried looking for it and I couldn't find it. So
Oh.
when a service is not providing what you want, you're going to go somewhere else. It's as simple as that.
yeah,
And unfortunately, other platforms out there are charging more You know, so what do? Stick with what you got, or you can um, you can add music, G, that's for sure, but you have to make sure it's royalty free and all that sort of stuff. And there is uh,
Yeah.
YouTube has royalty free music that you can play in the background in your videos.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to work on the scheduling and what I can use. But as I said as well, it kind of just hit me when I said it out loud before. I'm like, Kodie and Roger, they don't have no problem. Especially Roger, he could pretty much lean back and get a drink or whatever, or even a snack if he wants to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't even need to get up
absolutely.
from his chair.
Talk about, and you, Kodie,
But
you're
even
only what? You got the kids.
Yeah.
but even
Just got to
people
walk
in
a few
the
steps and I'm good.
but even people in
People think
the
pop weekend.
but yeah, we'll probably maybe we'll just keep it as we do. Like, I normally say if I'm going, and then like Kodie, good old Kodie and Roger, they normally have a bit of a chat or whatever when I'm gone because I'm always listening, so I know when they're talking or not. So good thing you have the voice of an angel. Which one? No one talks as much as you, Kodie. Oh, Kodie has the voice of an
Yeah.
angel, and also he has a wall of
No.
Pepsi Max.
Yeah. It's not as many Pepsi Max boxes now, unfortunately.
A possessed angel named Lucifer. What? Oh, this just
I'm not
turned a
possessed.
little
What?
dark.
I'll
Only,
start
only
my
when he does
checked.
min. Only when he does mini golf and he can't get the ball in.
Oh, that was
Then he
bullshit.
turns. Then he turns into Lucifer.
Not turned into Happy Gilmore and just,
Pretty much was, yeah.
yeah.
Kind of funny. It did
Oh,
remind me of Happy Gilmore a bit. I think you even said, "Just get in the ball," shouting at the ball.
Are
that
they
was,
are they relaunching Happy Gilmore? Are they? Have they redone it?
They're doing the. They're doing a
yeah,
number two soon.
yeah.
Yeah, they're doing the
Yeah.
second one.
The
Yeah,
original
so
cast will be returning.
yeah,
I I hope they can recapture what you know what the first
yeah.
movie was like. It's going to be
Mm,
disappointing
yeah.
if it's just woke
I
us
feel
all.
like I I feel like Sandler does a pretty good job at not being too woke and all that sort of stuff. Like the people
Mm,
he tends to work with, he has got a little bit softer. I guess he had kids. Now his kids are almost adults, and his kids work with him quite a lot. I know there was a
Yep.
film, and his wife does as well. A lot of time, his wife's in the film. He's had both of his kids in the film, and
no, yeah.
I don't know if it's in Happy Gilmore or another film he's done recently. It's got one of his daughters in it. But also, I don't mind. I don't really watch those kind of cartoons, but he does that Dracula character in the cartoons as well. And
Oh,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah,
wouldn't,
yeah.
I wouldn't really watch them by myself, but I've watched them with other people, and for what it is, it's fairly enjoyable. He still sort of works with the same crew that he worked with, like David Spade and those sort of guys are in the animation that I mentioned. And is it? I think it's Hotel Transylvania or something it's called, something like that. Yeah,
Mm,
Kodie. Oh,
yeah.
Kodie. His wife is yummy. But yeah,
Ooh,
a lot of those films. I don't know if it's a bit of the way the cameras look as well. It's not necessarily if it's woke, but yeah, just a lot of reasons you can't capture what it used to be. I find. Even if the jokes are similar and stuff, just sometimes the way it looks, and maybe it's just nostalgia as well. We're used to those characters looking a certain way. I'm pretty sure Happy Gilmore has like a beard and stuff in this one, which isn't a huge deal. But again, nostalgia can really make you want to see something a certain way, and little changes can really mess with you.
Yeah.
One film I didn't mind was it was a Halloween one he did. It was kind of he played this guy who was a little bit slow, and he was trying to work out why all these murders and stuff were happening in his town. It's yeah, Shuby Halloween, and Shuby is the guy that Adam Sandler plays. I mean, it's still not quite as good quality as like Happy Gilmore, but I found like it was a pretty good film. I mean, if you do like Adam Sandler, you kind of expect the same sort of stuff from Adam Sandler. You know, most of his films aren't too different. It's normally him playing a bit of a misfit or a weirdo with a weird voice normally.
Oh, the Charinator's here.
Oh no!
Hey,
Gee, can you
Stephen.
send me a link? No, you're not allowed to link Charinator. Well, Charinator might not like when we get into Cheesepiracy. Kodie knows his movies like me. I bet Kodie has a huge collection of movies and series.
And series of movies too, like there's a series of movies and like episodes and stuff.
Yeah.
So what we will do though is if Mark needs to and myself go get a cup of tea or something. If when Charinator comes on, we'll have a bit of a chat to him before we head off, and obviously Roger and Cody are fine. And then we'll see how Stephen is. Then I was gonna either do news of the week, which we used to do, which was just if anyone wants to talk about stuff, then we was gonna maybe get into some cheesy stuff, which I know Stephen loves. Stephen loves a bit of cheese.
Oh, who doesn't?
I'll go grab a drink, I think, of something, and I'll be back.
Yeah. No worries at all, Mark.
Mm.
Unlike G, I won't be listening.
Aww. We won't talk crap about you, Mark. We won't do that.
No, I'll give it a try. I'll see how far the AirPods will go.
No, Roger's already gone.
Roger's had enough. Roger's had enough of this shit. He doesn't want to follow a schedule. He doesn't want to.
Nudes of the week.
Yeah, I did, Peter. AJ, are you still in the chat? I was going to show something to AJ. Oh, Kodie's gone as well. Bloody hell. Wasn't I the one who's meant to be having the break? Have a break. Have a square rectangle Kit Kat. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Joanne. How are you, Joanne? This is for you, AJ. The wagon wall. What the hell?
I'm going now, G. Okay.
Yeah, it's friggin' annoying me now. Second time.
I know you've talked about earlier. And man, G can use toilet or dance or whatever they shit now.
At least it's not as bad as Monday night when it took me at least half an hour to get everything friggin' fixed, and that was a pain in the backside.
Because you keep going up and going down and then couldn't hear you and dropping out, in and out, and I'm thinking, one of these days, Tony's got to lose and throw his computer across the freaking unit there somewhere, I was thinking. One of these days, Tony's got to lose some shit and then go, wow. You know, the one I lost there for a couple of weeks to get to the laptop.
Mm. I think when you're speaking, Roger. Oh, now it's echoing on my end. Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm just thinking. One of these days you get coming with a bad mood, Cody, and then it's got losses got to pay up in you with your volume, and you go, you know,
Yeah.
you'd be one of those two those days, you go absolute bananas.
Yeah.
I went to see Kodie doing his last game a couple of weeks ago. He gets a new computer or laptop or whatever you live stream from. You got similar headphones to me. It's if yours is wired. Is yours connected, like wired or wireless? Mine
Wireless.
can go wireless. Mine's wireless too. It's very similar to mine, except mine's a little bit bigger. So I brought these from the reject shop in town.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got these. Woolies had these ones on sale for like, I think it was like $15 or something. So I thought, oh, might as well grab them. And they've done me well. They work all right.
In my small town, there's no Coles, but there's a Woolworths and IGA and that.
Yeah, yeah. The echoing seems to have stopped now, so that's good.
He's not listening because I can tell his rules line through the microphone. Means
Oh
he's
yeah.
not listening. So they can listen. He can say anything. He can listen, but he can't say anything. He can listen, but he can't say anything until he unblocks unmutes his microphone. He starts muting his mic, so he can be singing and dancing around his unit before and they getting his drink, And then until he unmutes his mic.
Yeah.
What's wrong, G? You got a small one.
Oh.
What if I say when somebody says that?
We don't do that kind of stuff, G, you know. Passion.
I have to say it. That's my teenage side coming out of me and then Kodie. I used to say that as a teenager. What's why I'm jealous, are you?
Welcome to the first mine live stream. And no one talk.
Oh, maar het is alleen achterom. That's what I'm kind of saying, Jim. So that's what I'm saying. So fuck. I said I was in a fan float. Right. That's it. I said Jim immediately. Me. So I has to serve eyeball. That's the surgeon treason. Damn it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Support. I got it in a farm float. Alright. Here means bring it to me immediately. It might have gone Iowa. That's desertion. Treason. In German.
Yeah.
That's in German. I'm fluent in a couple of languages as well. English, also German, Norwegian. Norwegian is immediately. I said, that's the first thing Norwegian.
What up, boys? How are we all?
Hi, Tornado.
I was wondering what was happening there. Thought, don't tell me I've frigging gone off again. I have to reload the damn page.
That's all fine. How you going, Tornado?
Well, I'm going to do it, boys.
Gone off again. I have to reload the damn page.
Give me a second.
Yeah. Jesus.
How's things, guys?
I'm alright, Tornado. How about yourself?
You up?
How's you been? How you been?
No good.
What about I tell you, man?
Hold on, give me a second. This phone's in my box. How
You can speak for a
have
little
I been truthfully? Not.
What about that?
I've been alright, but I've been down for the last couple of days.
Up and down.
Oh.
Yeah. That's like good, Tornado.
What
Always.
happened? What happened? Uncle passed away. Then a week coming Sunday, my wee cousin passed away.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's no good.
Nah, so
Well, sorry for it, losing your uncle and your cousin.
No, that's no
aye,
good.
my wee cousin was only 30.
30. That's young.
So now you understand why what when I say about the stuff what I say about how life is far too short.
Yeah,
It's very precious. Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Because even you know, Tornado's life is precious now, and that. Yeah.
Right.
So I love life myself, you know. And
Mm.
I can't imagine where you go for times on Tornado, you know, what happened with you and that. I think, yeah. But you yourself, you're gone for physique, you with ability to teach others is good. What you're doing, Tornado. But you teach people positive, good things, which is good. To teach people what's,
Mm.
yeah, like mental health and stuff.
So how's Gigi and how's Mark?
He'd be somewhere and Mark somewhere.
Ah, there he is.
I'm
There's
always
that
around.
plonker.
Yeah,
That's a British
the king of the
bloke you
punkers.
want on Tornado. That's a British bloke you want on Tornado.
Oh, you there, Stephen? You're right, mate?
Not bad, mate.
I
Not
got
bad.
Scottish bloke like him, and I got British bloke like him, and I have to sit on the sidelines.
Just told my uncle. I've got so if on the first April Fool's Day I've got a thing to go to, right, but I'm still trying to get my head around my wee cousin.
Yeah, sorry to hear that,
Ooh.
Stephen. Condolences to you and your family.
It's
Not good.
it's just so weird. It was a bombshell, you know.
Yeah, it's never good, and guilt is difficult to get your head around. But yeah, just have to do what's best for you. So, unfortunately, in life, all this shit happens a lot. Just you have to do what's best for you. Just yeah, try not to isolate or keep to yourself. Try to be social and keep busy. Even if it's playing video games or whatever, try and take your mind off it or whatever.
That's what I've been doing, just to keep my head off it.
Yeah. Whatever it is that your hobbies you do, and I know you like your video games or whatever, you try and do something to keep busy.
I know that's what I've been doing. I've so remember how I had my in 5M server.
Yeah. You're still working on that.
I am new merged with somebody else.
Oh, nice. Hopefully
So,
that helps you with it.
so me and him are new both owners, right? So he's sending me stuff today, and it's literally keeping my brain ticking over.
That's good, dude. That's good. Good to hear.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So it's just so that I don't sit and think. But
Yeah,
I've got
well, I had a
Yeah.
pretty shit week as well, to be honest. What was it? When was the 26th? I know it was a few days ago. Was it? Yeah,
Just this week
Wednesday.
on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
it was my mum. It was my mum's birthday, and um, they wanted to go out for dinner and stuff. But I used to do this a lot when I used to really be depressed and suffer with depression and anxiety a lot more than I do now. And I've pushed through and fought those demons and done what I needed to do, the head work or whatever to be where I am. But yeah, I started feeling how I have in the past, which is not wanting to go out like publicly or whatever and isolated. It's like when you're depressed, obviously you want to normally isolate yourself and stay away from people because this is how you feel. But
like,
I did end up. I said to my mum, would you be upset if I didn't go to dinner? And then she asked why, and I said I'm not feeling that good, that well. And she said, well, if you're not feeling well, what can you do? Um, and just, she's not in the best health, and you sometimes don't know how much time you have to have these moments together with each other anymore.
Yeah.
It's like you need to create these moments and push yourself a bit. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I just knew with her response, she done what a typical mum would do. Like, if you're not feeling good, like do what's best for you. I don't know
no,
Really
why I'm
good place
hearing
to
myself
be.
now. But yeah. Either way, then but I'm saying, but do you want me there or whatever? And it's like, oh, well, it'd be nice for you to be there. And my older brother's in Western Australia. My younger brother and my sister don't get along, so most of the time they do. My mum sees my younger brother and then sees my sister separately. But yeah, so I was going out with my sister and her family and my parents and stuff. But yeah, just the reaction I got, it like it feels like I felt like I was letting her down and myself, but also, as I said, it's just you don't know how much time you have with someone and stuff like that. So what I ended up doing is deciding from her reaction that I will push myself and do it. Um, so I just felt like she was a little bit sad by that. And what I wanted to do was isolate myself, put down the blinds, just, lay and exist, but just isolate and just basically, I guess, feel sorry for myself or just be depressed.
because
Well,
that's
what I ended up doing is breath work, which I've been looking into a fair bit, which is, I guess, more spiritual or ancient cultures, I guess we call it meditation, even though they are different. Sometimes you're connecting with whatever religion you want to connect with if it's more meditation. Mindfulness is more trying to work on the way your head feels when you have all this clutter in your head, just trying to work through that. But what breath work is similar, but it's basically all of them is using your breath to calm yourself and your mind. But also breath work is a little bit guided most of the time. So I have found this this company that does breath work. But yeah, I listened to about a 20-minute video with a bit of guidance to work through it. And I did end up shedding a couple of tears. I did say this to some other people, and it was a lot of people get a lot of trauma out of it, like release a lot of trauma. But yeah, I definitely felt like I released some of that aggression, sadness, tension, whatever. And then I went and had a shower,
Amazing.
and then it was actually because my sister, her partner has one child. He was a single dad, but Dexter calls her and my sister mum and stuff like that. So she's helped raise him because she used to work with kids. She's done a lot for him. He has autism. She's done a lot to help him for a couple of years. And then I have my niece, Ivy. So what happened is Dexter sat next to me, and like kids. I find kids, and funny enough, Mark has them here. I find dogs or animals, but dogs in particular, and children are very alike with that. They're very alike at making you feel like seeing the world through different eyes, seeing the world through less bullshit, you're seeing it through their eyes, which they always find what they're doing is they're living in the moment. They're living in the moment where adults or whatever else we tend to worry about the future, the past, all the rest of the bullshit. Animals and kids will really teach us to live in the moment and enjoy the moment. Like good old Max there, the dog is just like he's living in the moment. All he wants is like, oh, is my dad going to give me some food?
Because
And living in the moment.
they think it's their last meal too. They don't know where their next meal's coming from, even though we feed them regularly. But
It's
that's
that survival animal instinct that just naturally, like bees and the birds, the bees and stuff. They're always in the moment because they're
everything, yeah.
But spending time with family just really put stuff in perspective, and just spending time like I wouldn't. And it was funny when Soul passed. When Soul passed, my sister ended up taking me there because I don't drive or whatever. But my sister took me there, and she wanted to say goodbye to Soul as well. But also she did give me a little bit of alone time with him after he passed, and then I ended up going she said, oh, do you want me to take you home? And again, this is trying to push through the depression and push through the anxiety and just push through. It's like not taking the easy option, taking the hard option, really, is what I'm trying to explain. And what I said is, she said, you can come back to my house for a bit and all that stuff. And my parents were looking after her daughter. So I said, I'll come back. And it was nice to see Ivy. So I went there, and it's just, again, seeing the world through a child's eyes and just interacting with her really helps that moment. That moment that was like very heart crushing and very difficult to deal with, because one of the hardest things I had done in life, because Soul was so close to me, was leaving him there, because it felt like, even though he's not alive anymore, the hardest thing was to leave his body there. Even though I knew that he's not alive anymore, all that stuff. His eyes actually did change as well when he was alive to passing. It's like some of the color and stuff disappeared. Like some of the, well, basically, I guess they say the life left him, but you can really see the difference from before and after. Like there is an actual physical change that I noticed. But yeah, it was very difficult, and just going back to hers and seeing her daughter and my niece and stuff like that was very a way to cope, and it was just pretty amazing how we are as humans. Like in a very difficult moment, I was able to still enjoy another moment with someone else, even though it was a very difficult situation.
That's how I will say that. That's how I will say. We never know what's going to be around that corner. We never know. We never know how what's going to throw at us.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, for sure.
1 minute we could be breathing, and next minute we could be 6 foot under.
Yeah. That goes back to like what I was saying about spending time with people, even if you're not mentally with it. Sometimes push yourself, but hopefully, people, I guess, understand this. What I'm trying to explain is you take the hard option instead of the easy option in life to strengthen yourself mentally, and you. And then that's how I guess I have pushed through a lot of this depression and anxiety. I still get it now, and different situations. Like I said the other day, it was difficult, but taking the hard option is, in a way, taking the hard option is the easy option in the long run, because you're actually working on yourself. You're working on you're strengthening yourself. So taking the easy option is actually, in a way, the harder option, because you're making yourself worse. And then taking the hard option, which you feel is difficult, is actually the easy option, because you're actually working on yourself instead of disregarding and just like sort of throwing your life away.
Exactly. One
But
thing
just to say to you, Stephen, maybe, and even anyone here, breath work, and I've got a couple of videos that I've got into myself. They're called 9D. It's like no 9, but yeah, I'll share it. But it's helped me a little bit. But I'm going to continue to push myself in that regards, physically and mentally and stuff. But yeah, for Stephen who's struggling, or anyone, 9D Breathwork is the company, but they do have like they come around and they can do it. They're all over the world. They can come around and do it with you in person, but then they have a YouTube channel where they do it as well. But I will share one video in the chat that I recommend if anyone is struggling, give it a try. And like most stuff in life, give it a try. And if you don't like it, I don't feel like it's done anything for you, you don't have to continue, but maybe give it a go and see if it helps you if you're struggling. But what I'm going to do is try and do this a lot more, because you need to not only do it when you're struggling, you need to do it when you're not struggling as well, just to reinforce, just to make yourself better. Don't do it only when you're feeling shit. Keep on doing it so you've got a bit of a routine. You're continuously strengthening your mind. You know.
I know, mate. I know what you're on, man. When you hit that rock bottom part, it's hard to come back from it.
It can be
Just
hard, but depends how you feel.
so yeah, maybe give it a try, Stephen, if you want to. But also, if you don't, that's fair. But don't try not to sort of isolate yourself and stuff like that, because that's really the
No,
worst
I'm
thing
not.
you
I'm
can
not
do.
isolating
And
myself, man. I just.
I'm not saying you are. I'm saying it from my perspective and saying don't do that.
I no. I think it's with me. See like the family deaths. I take it. I literally take it hard in a way, right? I hate them.
Yeah,
I hate having to go to a family funeral. I hate them. I've been to too bloody many, you know, and it's soul breaking, soul destroying, especially when it's ones that you care about,
yeah, cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's
especially
good.
when they're young. That's the hardest ones for me. With my mum, so the first ones I had to go to was my my cousins and my aunties. Then it was my mum, my dad, my brother. Then it's pure soul destroying.
But it is very difficult, and we all handle stuff differently. And I can't really imagine of how difficult it has been for you, and can only go by what you tell us. But my only advice or opinion on that situation is you have to remember these, like, you need to live for you. You need to enjoy life and live for you, even if you have all these setbacks and very difficult situations. You need to live for you, because all these people that are past wouldn't want you to like stop living your life, just because you're struggling with their lives, not or them not being around anymore. you just have to enjoy life, and you need to find, your own happiness, and that's what they would want. It's like, if anything, use that strength to push yourself to live the life that you want, because that would make them happy. So almost take their strength and guidance to help you get to where you want, because they would, it's like, make them proud. And just because they're not here anymore, doesn't mean that they don't want you to work on yourself, be happy. You can still mourn, and grief is a situation that will take time for you to get over. But yeah, and even here, Stephen, like everyone here as well, wants you to be happy and live your life.
Yeah.
And but that's also life as well, obviously, having the ups and downs, and sometimes you're very up, and sometimes obviously you're down, like myself or others. But
No, you know me, man. As soon as I hit that wee downhill, it's like a roller coaster. It will come back up. I will be back to my normal self. Because
yeah,
between,
of
as I
course,
say, between having to do with that and flipping all my health stuff and that, it is raining in my head all over the place at the moment. So I'm doing with all of that. But at the end of the day, it's only me who can do it.
it's like, deal with it your own way, but also, I'm just offering some advice that I'm sure others would tell me, or that has worked for me, so through my own experiences, or what I know other people would tell me if I was in that sort of situation.
But it was also, it's with family things, there's other things, it's in the background. I'm also trying to deal with as well, like actual
Yeah,
family things.
yeah, fair enough.
When they're telling you stuff, it's literally, I'm like, oh, no, just no. You know what I mean?
Another thing that really works is set yourself some goals. You probably have some anyway, but set yourself some goals to work. And like you're talking about, you were talking before about, did you call it a server, was it? And yeah, with your friend and working on that, do that stuff that keeps you busy, and you have stuff to look forward to. But obviously, you're not going to always be able to do it every day. Let yourself have some bad days and
I know, and the
get
thing
back
that
into
I've
it.
noticed is I'm letting see my two channels. I've been letting
Hmm.
them slip. I've been literally letting them slip.
Yeah, I feel like us being content creators, most of us could understand and relate to that in a way, for different reasons: physical,
I've just been
mental,
letting them slip, man.
commitments, whatever.
I know it's my health. It's literally my health. It's causing it. I've just not got the attention span at the moment.
Yeah, and that's fine. To have a break. Just don't let it stress you. Don't feel guilty or whatever because of it. Allow yourself to have a break, and then you're going to be able to come back stronger and better than before.
Aye, because we all know that I have got a lot of health issues and memory issues.
Yeah, cool.
So try to do like the lives and all that, the live streams and the videos, try to talk about stuff and that. It's really hard for me
Mm,
to literally come up with content to try and do. So, but gee, I'm gonna have a yes right.
mm. And yeah, hello Vanessa, welcome to the chat.
Hey, Vanessa.
Now,
That's it.
When I says to you, don't say nothing right, you understand why. Now do you understand what I'm talking about? G?
Yeah, well, that's not good. But you know what I'm going to say about situations like that, without going into any personal details or whatever. You know, if anyone's struggling with mental health and can't really can't really work on it themselves, either don't even maybe not equipped with the right tools, and by tools I mean like with the right knowledge and information to fix those problems, go and seek professional help. There's a lot of professional help, and if even if you can't afford professional help or whatever, there's normally free hotlines that you can ring with people that will be able to talk you through this sort of stuff. Professionals or people that have a lot of knowledge and have worked with a lot of people, so they know, you know. So yeah, if anyone is struggling with that is watching, you either go get professional help. I know in Australia, I'm not sure about every country in Australia, you can go to a doctor and you can get a mental health care plan and you can fill it out. You get a certain amount of sessions free, depending on if you work and whatnot and all that sort of stuff. Your mental health matters, so if you want to work on your physical health, you go to a gym or something like that. If you want to work on your mental health, you have to go to the equivalent of that, which would be a psychologist or whatever, or a psychiatrist if you need medication and that sort of stuff. And yeah, maybe you might need medication depending on what your problem is or what your disability or what is wrong with your brain. So
I mean,
just
honestly,
go and seek professional. As I said, if you're not feeling good and you don't want to turn to family, there's a lot of free mental health hotlines and stuff out there. So especially we've got these now, so you can't really say, oh, I don't know who to call and stuff. Just Google mental health care, like, or suicide or mental health
I but as Angie, family
hotline.
there, see when family there, why did why did they all tap that like that type of bombshell when you're like, for Christ's sake. I was about to say the BF word there, but I didn't stop myself. I was about to say the
Yeah, well,
FBC word, but I stopped myself.
the thing is, a lot of time we unload on the closest people to us, and sometimes that's a bad thing to do because sometimes you might, well, it's not really a burden, but you might therefore upset that person, worry that
Oh, aye,
person, and
it
that's
is.
why I guess these professionals are there, and even people that you can call once off, and their name's Bob or something, and you probably will never speak to Bob again after that phone call, but that Bob might help you then and there, and in that situation to get through that moment, that day, that hour, that minute. So there you go. That's Dr. Funkenstein's part for the evening.
Good diagnosis there,
Taking my
Doctor. I concur.
Yeah, that's about it.
well, I'm still alive. This is real.
Do you look at your messenger?
Don't worry,
Helpful Bob, exactly, Dogface.
we'll be all talking to AI doctors soon. Trust me. So I was going to have a bit of a rant about the old Arnott shapes. Now
Oh
these
no, here we go.
Oh,
last
yeah.
one, I was
Yeah.
quite surprised because I had various other ones. I had pizza ones the other day, and the pizza ones to me were crap. They were real tiny. They'd shrunk in size, and I was expecting the same with these. These have probably shrunk a little bit, but it's still got that same sort of flavour to it. So thank God they haven't stuffed around with it. So I do enjoy the shapes. Usually, if I go for the other ones, I go like for the cheesy ones, the fully loaded, the sweet chili and that.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw earlier, Mark, I've reviewed a few different snacks that I'll double crunch salt and vinegar. Also, I'm not sure if you're into this sort of stuff, but pork crackle, this was a flaming hot. I know you said before that heat might not be your sort of thing, but and then these ones which are meant to be extra flaming hot, they're like a rolled corn chip, which is Dorito. But yeah, they're all quite good snacks to be honest. Expensive.
What I find with some of these snacks, one of the ones you reviewed the other week was, I think it was the balsamic vinegar one or something like that. And
the onion ring one.
I think it was the onion. I tried finding that in various shops. Tried IGA and Woolworths, and I couldn't find them. So I was a bit disappointed because they looked really good.
Yeah, unfortunately with some of this stuff, it's kind of exclusive to certain shops now, which is a little bit annoying. With the onion rings, pretty sure I get them from Drake's, which I don't actually have over there. I don't think you do, so I don't know what the equivalent would be. You get Drake's there?
We do have Drake's here. There's one not that far away from me.
I shop at Drake's quite a bit, and it's not Woolworths or Coles, but I find Drake's has a lot of stuff that I enjoy from Drake.
Any of you guys see the footage from the earthquake over in Thailand there? Is it Thailand? Malaysia?
Yeah, Thailand, and so I've got a friend that is it Burmese, and her parents live there. It's the name of the place. Myanmar. My Asian pronunciation is shocking, but Myanmar is
Something like that.
I guess. Yeah, that's pretty. But there was one there, and there was one in Thailand. So it seems pretty crazy.
Pretty full on.
Yeah.
Very much.
Go, you good thing. He's obviously got more money than me.
It's a waste on fuel.
To what, sorry?
A waste on fuel.
Yeah, waste fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a V8. You can hear it. He's just out the front,
Yeah.
Oh.
Hang on. I think the coppers have got him. I'll go have a look.
Oh. I thought I saw. I thought I saw some lights.
Did the copper get it?
No, it wasn't actually. It was just an ambulance coming by. As you know, the hospital's just around the corner. So he pulled over with an ambulance, and I silenced the mic, and the ambulance went past, and then he upped it. So yeah, I thought the coppers had got him. It would have been good.
That would have been funny, but
You probably got paid after myself.
what's dog face been?
You
In a rocking chair with a hole in the seat, and you can just rock your nuts to the beat.
What? They sing Station Post song after the stop on the break.
Hey, gee, tell me, can you hear? My voice just went there. Hey, can you hear me now when I'm talking? Can you hear me now when I'm talking?
Of course, we can hear you.
Right.
Yep, we can hear you.
No, what it is, my mic camera keeps turning on, which I don't want. My camera mic keeps turning on, which I don't want.
Well, I see it's just a little picture. of the term flames and stuff.
I know, because
I can
I don't want my camera on at the moment, so.
That's okay. That's all right, Stephen.
Is that King Tornado?
Yeah.
Because the Terminator's not looking too good, you know?
Yeah. Anyway, any songs is behind second favourite Scotland the Break. Yeah, toes are tapping, hands are tapping, skirts are tapping.
I think it's Roger singing hour. Next segment, isn't it? Roger sing-alongs.
Maybe he needs a couple more
I
under his
can't
belt
sing.
just to get into
Yeah,
the mood.
what's the can count,
You can't
Roger?
sing.
About 4?
Even in a bit.
No. You're the
From
singer out
6.
of us all.
No, you can sing
Cody's
better
more-
than me. But Mark
Cody's
can
more
sing
the-
better than me. No, you can sing
Cody's more
better.
the pop singer, and you're the.
You can sing better than me. Tornado.
Yeah.
You know,
I've sung on stream before. That was my last one before I went on holiday.
I'm a
Roger's
poet,
more
but I
like-
didn't know it.
Whoa.
I'm not a
Oh,
singer.
wow.
Rob-
Dude.
Roger's the type of person that would sing songs around the campfire. That's the sort of vibe he gives.
Probably if my mind wanders off, it probably would. But my mind doesn't wander off all the much. Where'd Tornado go? I love
Go on,
Tornado.
Lawson, get him back.
So it'll be right back in the chat.
Nah, no problem, Stephen.
You're a good man, Tornado. Because no life is precious these days. Yeah.
The slam dance,
Slam
meaning
dance.
or danced as I would pronounce it. Is that another word for sex?
Oh, here we go. Back to sex. Always leads to sex.
The bloody central.
Yeah, what do they call it? The horizontal dance.
Hello there, my friends. I'm back.
Yeah, he's back.
Fun.
No, I wouldn't fix it.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't fix it, mate. The camera on the mic.
Mate.
Right, so I'm not be staying on too long today, man, because I need to get in town and look for tracky bottoms and a black hoodies.
You can stay as long as you want, China. You can stay for 24 hours if you want to.
No,
wow.
right. So I kind of wear suits, right? See suits for like funerals. I kind of wear like suits at the moment, right? Because the way my leg is, right? Because they choose the bottoms. I've got to wear tracky bottoms. It's with the zip up the side. Because the way my
You
leg
need some
is.
more. You need to get it.
Did you, Cherinator, sorry, Roger. Cherinator, did you say you had a saggy bottom?
What?
A soggy bottom.
Say it again, man.
Cool. Yeah.
Not to confuse them with.
You know, this his leg.
Not to confuse them with crusty bum.
What's his was? I can't wear trousers, right? Like actual trousers, because of my leg, because it's swollen like a balloon.
Ooh.
So I've got to wear tracky bottoms.
I think Joanne wants us to have a sex trivia segment, you said.
Hey, no.
Joanne's just getting out of control.
Joanne's been Joanne, I think.
Joanne's wild. Rather have a soggy. So that's what Kodie was. I was wondering what Kodie was laughing at. Rather have a soggy bum than a crusty bum.
You disgusting.
That's for sure.
Those that know that inside reference will understand the old crusty bum and stuff.
Yeah,
Shout out,
Cocoa
shout
Pops.
out to him if he's watching.
Shout
Thank
out to
you,
Krusty
Joanne.
Bum.
Thank you
I
very much.
remember I came up with that on the frozen burger video. I'm like, oh, this has a bit of a theme
Oh,
with
yeah.
Lorimer. Speaking of
it is.
Krusty Bum, shout out to the Hobo the Disabled blog.
In the crusty bum, yeah, I
AKA
remember
Cocoa
that. I
Pops.
remember that too.
Oh shit. The stuff
Joanne.
I've said on videos.
It's just in my eyebrows, Chris.
Joanne, thank you very much, honey.
No.
I still remember when you called Becky honey.
Shut
Hey,
up.
Becky, honey.
Shut up. Shut up. I'm not
Okay.
ready.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Kodie, you
No,
better,
wait,
you better
no,
stop.
no, that's a mistake too. Sure, no, I have that mistake too, so we're both in the same boat with that one.
Yeah, you did as well.
You're
I
not
did.
the only one.
Hey, Roger, will you,
What?
You?
don't you start. Then start.
Is that a Scottish alphabet bet? You.
Yes, Brandon.
Hey, tell my grandmother that. 88-year-old grandmother that.
Eh?
Honey? Oh, Dogface is bringing out the facts. Honey? Or honey? And you have to do
Dogface,
the...
shut up.
I got a honey on my mug.
So you don't want to talk about.
Oh, not that shit.
Oh, hold on, man. Hold on. Let me get it.
I remember that.
So Kodie, you don't want to talk about gaping holes being filled.
No.
Why not, Kodie? Where's the fun in that? Kodie's always tired,
Ready? His name is Cody.
Sorry, Kodie. Maybe a little of both, I and sweet ass.
Maybe
Well,
No, if you're
you need to watch some videos.
I don't know if I feel like the chat's not ready for it yet, but I did have a video that I wanted to show some people. It was more on the cheese vibe, but get people's opinions. But now we just came from what we came from, and we were all chilled for a bit. I might leave it up my sleeve for another time, maybe later tonight, or I do like pups.
I'm Richard. See the the Discord. You need to reset me a link because I literally went to mute the thing and it left.
Oh, you fucking left my Discord because
No, do you know
you're
why?
angry
See
at me.
that cheese thing? It was bombarding last night. It was
Yeah, Peter told me about that. They sent about 200
Yeah, I'd seen that today, yeah.
videos. But I didn't see it. I didn't see it until Peter sent me the screenshot.
I was pure bombarding last night.
Yeah.
What did I miss on Discord?
In the cheese spirity part of my Discord, I have Wi-Fi with they'll anytime they'll post a new video, it will share it.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it shared about 200 plus of that video. So I don't know if they did a playlist or made some stuff from private to public, or just the bot glitched out.
No. AJ went on. There's about a 3-minute video. AJ made a video about that, explaining what happened. So.
What did happen? Did you see it or you didn't?
Yeah.
Joanne now seeing Mark's
backside.
Settle down, Joanne. She's getting wild.
No, AJ, I'm not jacking off in the corner.
Bloody hell!
Yeah, guess what?
Just when I'm telling off Joanne, he has to go.
There we go.
AJ, Mark's honeymaker. That's brilliant. That's comedy gold.
Hey, guess what?
Oh,
There's a leg.
even the dog, even the see the dog coming to put an end to this nonsense.
Hey, shed dog.
He's like, oh, dad's acting like a plonker. What's he doing?
That's
All we
good.
can see.
I
Actually,
still see Paddy's head.
Yeah, do you know what Mark said? Mark's in there listening to music going pounds, 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 pounds.
Ooh,
Pounds,
ooh, there we go.
Oh, these people
Oh, there's a bit of
wild.
leg for you, Peter.
Wait,
Yeah.
there we go.
Kodie, stick in turbulence away.
Cody needs to be one of those.
Hey,
Wait, I'll get the other leg. Oh, look at that.
He's
Oh.
got legs for the stage.
There we
Pull
go.
the taxi.
Hey, Kodie, do you want to see a turkey leg?
Oh no.
Do you want to see a turkey leg?
I've got the video up, G, if you want me to share it. I can't see why you wouldn't get a copyright strike for it, because we're just educating our audience on what happened.
Yeah, if you want to, we can. I mean, I'll deal with. I mean, most of them, they'll probably just copyright, which isn't a strike. Probably get in trouble again, and YouTube will be like, because I wanted to share a video as well tonight, which we may share after. It's a weird video that just led me to a cheese-spirited topic. Oh no, Cody's laughing, so I thought you said you wanted to hear me getting fed. How the hell did you even sound like that? What, Sharon?
You can share the video if you want.
Whatever floats your boat. If you like that, then.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, love.
What am I doing? I'm not a professional. This is not a
Hang on, just
professional
pause-
operation.
pause-
So
pause
if you
that
just
for a
got
second,
like
Mark.
100 notifications.
Yeah.
Does anyone else here think he sounds like Fry from Futurama? Anyway, carry on.
He does sound a bit like that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has that sort of accent.
Yes, he is. Right from Futurama.
I'm not a professional. This is not a professional operation. So if you just got like 100 notifications, which a lot of people did, I'm sorry. It was kind of an accident.
Oh no.
We've been keeping our podcast on YouTube private for really since the beginning.
Okay.
So I'll just stop it there. And for those of you who haven't seen it, the Y-Files is a YouTube channel that's just gone gangbusters. Their subscriber count, for instance, they got 4.6 million subscribers on here, and they do videos, I suppose you could say, in the cheesespiracy sort of thing. And they do a lot of work behind the scenes on their videos, and their presentation is well presented. If you've been following their story for a while, I have. It was one of the guys at work actually put me onto it, and I just sort of fell in love with it and just can't get enough of it.
What I'll say about the Y-Files is they don't talk about it in such a complex way where it's hard to understand like some other presenters do. Like because it's kind of like, if you showed like a teenager or something, they'd be able to understand it. It's not too complex in that way. But also, that being said, it's very well done. Being not complex doesn't mean that it's childish or, it's very well done.
Yeah, and the thing I like about him is that he was doing the after files. There's also the Y-Files after files, and then there's Y-Files backstage. And when sometimes he'd come on and do lives and do live readings of some of the up and coming shows or the scripts. And that was really enjoyable. And he's shared a lot about himself over time, how he struggles with his anxiety and other things that he's gone through in his life. And that's what I really like hearing about sometimes. And it's genuine. It's not made up, you know. And we all struggle at times. And it's you don't always get to see it. You know, most of the time when we watch a video, we just see this person on screen, and it's well, you know, well polished, well presented, put together sort of thing. We don't see the person behind the camera, so to speak. And that's, I suppose, when it comes down to it. Gee, I know you've talked about the various. I think other people have highlighted this too, that these stars or these movie stars, at the end of the day, they're just people like you and I, and you know, in some cases they have issues that they're dealing with, or things just don't always go right in their life, and then it gets spread across to these social media platforms and tabloids and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll keep going.
Yeah.
But there's a few things coming that some of you know about, some of you don't. But I wanted to bring you up to speed and let you know why I turn the podcasts on. And if you hate it, if it's annoying, I'll turn it off. Because it's actually pulling viewers away from the videos. But the reason I turned it on is we are launching many more podcasts, but not just the audio versions of the show and things like that. Completely new material. At least, I say at least, probably between 1 and 2 new stories every week, plus probably 2 to 3 shorter stories every week. So think about cryptid quickies. I don't know. That's what all I can think about. Or like one UFO story, or just one urban legend, just something that we can just self-contain. We can wrap in like an 8 to 10 minute episode. To keep it short, keep it fun, and it will also help us keep content churning. So instead of us racking our brains with how do we come up with 5 cryptids that are from Antarctica, and I mean, we kill ourselves trying to come up with that. Instead, why don't we just say, look, let's just do each cryptid on its own, see which ones people like, and then we'll do an episode on that if they want to see that.
I'll just pause it there again. I've seen other YouTubers just pause videos when they share it. And we should probably say we're sharing this with fair use in mind, where it, you know, for education of our viewers and people in the chat and so on. But this is what I like. This is, you know, he's explaining what they're working on, how they're going about it, that sort of thing. And it sounds real interesting.
It definitely caught my eye, the shorter 8-minute sort of videos on cryptids and different bits like that.
Yeah, because even I struggle now sometimes with not their stuff. If their videos come out, I'll make time and sit down and watch it. But other people's videos, I struggle to watch, especially how long they are. And that also, I take that into consideration with the stuff I'm making or putting out. I got to think that, and I know not everyone finds my stuff interesting, and I can see that in the analytics. You know, most people, and this is on the big channels, and even AJ's talked about it on, as big as he is, all the big channels struggle. It's like 30 seconds, you know, and most people, and you see the graph drop off within that 30 seconds. And the average view time, I think, is maybe 1.5 minutes on some of my videos. And even these bigger YouTube channels, even though they've got these large amount of subscribers, they still, if you look at their analytics, not everybody sits down and watches the whole video. Mainly, like I said, we've all got, sorry, we've all got our own lives to live, but we're also being bombarded by, notifications from these other platforms that we're on. So it's hard to get people to stay and just watch a video.
Yeah, definitely agree.
All right, I'll keep going. Got about a minute and a half left.
Yep.
It's a way for us to get more stuff out to you. The bigger news is that we are almost finished with the basement. You've heard me talk about that here and there. The basement is our podcast studio where I'll sit down and talk to interesting people. I don't know how good I'll be at it, but it should be fun. I'm sorry this is so long, but I'm panicking about all the podcasts going out, and I have my finger on the button to turn it off. So I'm going to post this on the main channel, which I hate to do. I'm going to post this on Backstage, and I'll attach a poll to it. You guys let me know if you want me to take the podcast down. I will. But know that when the new podcasts come, they are going up on YouTube. But those are going to be all video. I'm going to shoot them from the basement. There'll be some B-roll. There'll be music, sound design, that whole thing. So it won't just be a logo. So those are definitely coming because it's still YouTube-y. But maybe people don't just want to look at a red square and listen to a story. That said, a lot of people do. Okay, I went on long enough. You can tell that I'm stressed. I'm going to post this. I'll put a poll out there. You guys tell me what you think. As always, you control the content, and I want to make you happy. So your decision goes.
There you
Well, he
go.
wants to make me happy. You can come and give me a lap dance if you want.
Here we go.
But, yeah, come on, AJ. What is that's the name? AJ, is it, from the White Files?
Yeah.
I'll just ask Angie.
But uh, also, I liked the idea of that basement, him interviewing people, because he has, after watching him for a while, he has a pretty iconic sort of voice and just narration and talking, even in that short little bit. Like, there's people that you enjoy listening to. Everyone's different. But yeah, he has a voice you can listen to.
Yeah,
So I
he's
feel
also,
like, yeah, the interview stuff sounds good to me.
yeah, he's also been inspired by Art Bell back in the day. For those of you who don't know Art Bell is, look him up on YouTube. He used to run a radio show called Coast to Coast AM. It also goes by other names before that. And he would, like, every night, it'd go from midnight to 6 a.m. in America. Joanne may have heard of Art
Yeah, because
Bell.
he goes into cryptid stuff and all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah, Art Bell is just a really engaging person on the radio, and he can really
Strong voice.
He's got a great voice. He unfortunately he's passed away now. He struggled with drug addiction, and which I think that's what got him in the end. And
Not good.
yeah, but his radio show, like he would get that. Well, when I know in like the ratings that came out of America, I think it'd be nothing for get him to like get 1 million listeners per night, easy. Maybe more. You know, it's just phenomenal sort of radio show. And regardless of the guest he had on, he knew the topic. He could relate to the person, and it was just really well done. I every so often. Yeah, I never listened to Art Bell live. I don't think I ever caught him live. I just found out about him too late, like some things in life. And I have listened to some of the replays that are available on YouTube. It's just nice sometimes to to sit back and listen to a radio show.
Do you want considering that we're sharing stuff that could be copyrighted, do you want to? If I send this to you, Mark, because you've got better internet than me, would you be able to share this? And what I'll do is no, what the hell that my chair keeps on pulling out the fan. But yeah, if you can share.
Sorry, I was just going to say you're going to get the copyright strike. If
Yeah. I mean, this is on a channel. This is I'll deal with it, but I did want to show this tonight as well. And since we moved into slightly cheesy stuff, what I'm gonna do is I'll get everyone to watch this and see what your opinion is. Everyone will have a different opinion, but yeah, I don't want to really say my opinion or say too much because to influence the viewers watching this, including us up here.
Gee, the only thing I would suggest is maybe you change your ticker that this video is being shared, for educational purposes for the audience or something like that. I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but it looks...
Hey, Kodie, these one in Mars bar things, will you?
Yeah, it's up to you, G, but no, I've got it queued up, ready to go.
Well, we'll have a look at it and we'll see what happens with copyrights and stuff. But
so is that big enough on screen?
I'll put it up here and then do this.
I'll go full screen here.
Yeah.
All right. So all I'll say is everyone watch this and just decide what, and then we're going to discuss it after a little bit.
All right, here we go.
What the hell?
So before we get too much into it, what's everyone's? Well, Kodie. So we'll go to Roger first. What do you think of what you saw? Just what's your first few? What comes to mind when you saw that?
Just all of a sudden, just thinking, what is this material, and end up a little bit different. That's all.
What do you reckon of that, Mark?
Oh, I found it absolutely unreal. That was just crazy. I've never seen anything like that. I thought it was fantastic. So,
what do you think, Kodie?
Well, didn't really think much of it.
You didn't think much of it? Fucking hell.
What the hell is this?
Do dip your
What
chicken
that?
in gravy and eat it, or what's the go?
What the F is that all about?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I
Well,
thought.
when I saw it, I thought it was. I don't know. Now I love horror, creepy shit, but for an advert for KFC, and also the human being basically sacrificed and also turning
It
into
was,
chicken.
it
And
was a bit.
also, there's a lot of subliminal messages when it comes to golden eggs and that sort of stuff, and it like a cult like situation. It yeah, there's some conspiracy that those sort of companies use like they have found human remains in like human in some of their food, like McDonald's the same. But yeah, this has gone viral. I think it might be
Yeah.
UK. Is it UK? Now, all hail gravy. Like it's just who came up with this? Is all hail gravy, trust in cluck, believe in chicken.
But
Yeah.
If you look at it's got almost 1 million views in 2 weeks.
You did.
And people were
Yeah.
freaking out as well about it, creepy, demonic, and I don't eat KFC. You folks honestly need to fire
Hey,
your entire
I just watched
marketing
it put me off
team.
KFC now.
Mocking baptism and saying they use human meat if anyone wishes to know. Best place to hide a secret is in plain sight. This was all sorts of satanic. Giant golden idol in the background while they do human cannibal sacrifice. They know exactly what they're doing. Now, are they doing this just to, yeah, like, you can decide, I guess, if they're doing it just to mess with people, or as they say when it comes to cheese stuff, sometimes they do stuff in plain sight. It's also part of like manipulating and brainwashing people to accept stuff subliminally in your mind
Well,
so then
I've
when
been
stuff
off
becomes
KFC.
more realistic.
Yeah, well, when
Just yeah,
as Joanne points out, she saw the golden egg. That was quite prominent in there, but also the egg reference for me, because I'm in the UFO subject. Recently, a whistleblower came out and said that they recovered an egg-shaped UFO. Now, this is not the first time we've seen egg-shaped UFOs in, movie and TV culture. If you go back to the days of Mork and Mindy, that's how
No,
Mork
no, no,
came here to
no.
Earth, in an egg, and he slept in an
yeah.
egg. So that's my takeaway from it. Everyone's a bit different, but
You did.
I thought the moves they did were great. How they came down, out of the trees, just came out of nowhere, sort of thing. I really enjoyed it. I quite liked it, G.
Also,
Um,
this one is pretty like yeah. So it's just yeah, but I'm undecided really of what exactly I feel because I guess that's the point of it as well. But a lot of people do come up with some interesting comments of their own. Like, why was KFC advert need cultism and cannibalism, and also what I added to it that I haven't seen someone yet say is like a sacrificial, like a sacrifice,
Is
and
there
that
any?
sacrifice, and obviously it had a bit of comedy or whatever, but that sacrifice become like a chicken drumstick or whatever.
no, that was a chicken strip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough internet for today. If I need, a lot
Yeah.
of people saying if I ever needed a reason to stop eating KFC, this is it.
I
Well,
well, I
Very
put my KFC one.
okay.
Yeah.
So, what about the makers of this particular video? Is there any interviews out there of them, or why they made
I,
it? Or
I will have to look into it. I didn't. I probably should have done a little bit more research, but um, did KFC just advertise human cannibalism? But one comment's pretty funny, but also pretty true. They aren't hiding their recipe anymore. You know how they have that secret herbs and spices? Maybe maybe that is one of the secret ingredients. But yeah, a lot of people are saying it's very evil and demonic.
So it says Believe Part 2. Where's Part 1?
Or when you see double down, because I did see one before. Yeah, I'll send you this one. This one I haven't seen, but I did when I was looking at this before. Probably should have done it in order, but it probably doesn't really matter. I guess we can watch this one because I don't know what it is, but I've seen a little bit of it, and the movement and the movement and stuff that you mentioned is in this one as well. So I sent this to you as well if you want to put it up and we can play it. But yeah, what I did notice, it does have movement and like a dance or whatever you could call it, but also I won't give it away until we have a look. And again, we can see what everyone's opinion is. Apparently, Kodie didn't feel nothing from it.
Just
No pizza, huh?
Yeah.
Golden egg reminded me of Super Fun Dad from back in the day. It was a good.
if you go back a few years, remember when one of those chefs in the UK, I think it was it Curtis LeMay or one of them,
Hmm.
they brought out a like a baby chicken or something and they done something in it, like when people saw it they go, oh my god, how inhumane or something like that, and it made the chicken industry dive like you wouldn't believe. You know, I just forget. Yeah, it was a bit controversial at the time, but like everything after what, like these things, they come and go. It shocked people to realise that, we're slaughtering tens of thousands of animals a day
Yeah.
or more, if not around the world, to provide food for us. And
This is
that includes furry ones like that.
yeah, definitely. This is a little bit similar to what you're saying, but also different. I shared it. I've seen it years ago, but I shared it on Facebook recently. But Jamie Oliver, when he went around trying to like help schools and help kids eat better because they're eating a lot of trash. But kids who are growing and their brains growing, their bodies are growing, tend to eat the most trash because like chicken nuggets and stuff, it's all the bad parts of the food and other stuff. Like they're not eating really nutritious and all that sort of stuff. And he showed them a chicken head and just all the skin and the off bits that most people throw away or make a soup or whatever out of it. He's saying this is what goes into your chicken nuggets and your chicken patties and stuff. He showed them, they're all saying, oh, and he's like, then I'll throw in a bit of flavor, because you'll need to make it taste good because it's chicken sponge. And then they're all going, oh yeah, that's disgusting. And he's showing a chicken head and stuff, so it's pretty like graphic to kids. And then he made them into like little patties and stuff, cooked them, and he's like, and now how many of you would eat this? And at first, like and then one kid put his hand up, and then they all put their hands up and said they would. And it's like just that just opens your eyes to so much. It's like at first and then one person was sort of brave enough or stepped up and said, "Oh," put his hand up. They all did, and that just kind of shows you as well how easy people are to brainwash, even if they are kids. And how it's like monkey see, monkey do type mentality. It's like, oh, yeah, I'll guess I'll give it a go after them saying, no, that's disgusting. So it's just very interesting. And I guess,
Well,
we'll
when you see what I say about Jimmy Oliver.
yeah, he can be that. But he can be that for sure. But it's just
There's only, I'll tell you something. There's only one chef I like, right? For the way he can do stuff and all that, and how he talks to you, right? And do you know who that is?
Oh.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay. I've got to stick with him, and I'll never say his why.
yeah, let's see this.
Me know what you say, man. That's seriously.
we'll watch this Believe in Chicken and we'll see what part 1 was all about.
Here we go.
Welcome to the news at 11, where we'll be chatting to the Minister for Artificial Intelligence about recent accusations that he's not real.
Just don't get it anymore.
In light of recent events, it begs the question, what can we even believe in anymore?
Oh.
Ja, het is erg, maar het is hier vet. Again, Matt, right, I'll give you my reply to that right now. What the fuck was that all about? Oh my god.
To me, the choreography was very much the same, and you can see that, you know, they had the little golden egg hanging off the rear vision mirror. You could see the chicken walking by. You know, there was a lot of subtle stuff in there. A lot of people doing the like this, like chicken. Gee, I think you're on mute, mate.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm gonna say, I think everyone wants to know, Kodie, what's your opinion on it? I think that's what everyone wants to know. Do you have an opinion on this one?
Not really.
I've got an opinion. I've got an opinion. They all need shot.
Yeah.
Roger, I don't know if you watched it, but what's your opinion on that? Do you have any?
It was different, that's for sure. It's different.
It's what I noticed is part 2 was like a lot more tribal cultist, and it seemed like the way my brain put it all together was that this part 2 was like very, and then it's like it's starting to go into mainstream. It's going from that cult and that in the woods and in nature, and then like everyone is becoming almost zombie-like, but also they were glitching out.
Yeah.
You see how like AI, it was like digitally glitching out as well as like zombie-like everyone was copying each other, but also the glitching of, you know, like so digitally and AI. And it's just
it looked like they were doing the Michael Jackson one.
It did remind me of Thriller, of course.
Aye.
Yeah, had that. And then also it's worshipping the chicken to the like, you know, very religious when it comes to worshipping a chicken or a rooster, as it was, wasn't it? But and worshiping it like it was God or godlike
You're not
beings.
worried, my chicken friend. You're not worried. Come here, I'm going to chop your head off now.
I want to read on, as everyone's just doing whatever, I'm going to go to that one because, people are freaking out about, as I said, the preview, so I'm going to see what... What was the same here as well? Yeah, because it was talking about AI and it not being real at the beginning as well, and then the music or the broadcast went from that to all of them starting to become these zombie-like. And yeah, they go to KFC like through the drive-through.
No. D 2 seconds. I just want to show Code this quickly, right? Code.
Who's here after watching Creepy Part 2? Looks like a demonic ritual.
Mark, what share that with you?
Remember when Ads just told you what the product was for and why you should buy it? Yeah, I missed that.
Mark, can you share the screen a wee second?
Yeah,
Why should?
Yeah,
Why
Mark,
should?
go there. That's what I'm dealing with at the minute, mate. That's how I kind of wear trousers proper.
So it hasn't changed since last time, eh?
Nope, it's even worse, mate.
Oh, that sucks.
That's no good.
It's the same.
So that's how I've got. That's why I've got to wear khaki bottoms. So that's what I'll and if see if in my family go at me, you should be wearing a suit. No, it's due to my health.
Yeah, Joanne, that did cross my mind as well. How chicken eggs and bird flu and all this stuff is like around at the moment, and so they said this was like 9 months ago, and 2 weeks ago was the part 2. So it's a little bit interesting how bird flu and eggs are becoming like a huge issue on the planet or from most countries, and then they're going to be doing this sort of stuff.
Aye, because it's that swine flu and all that stuff. You get.
But we've been through this before. The UK, has experienced this sort of thing before. With,
Can I just say something?
Mouth disease.
Hey, can I say something? See in the hole? The UK is crap. In a whole, the UK is total and utter crap. That's how I feel about it.
Imagine being an actor and you show up for casting and the people in the room are like, "Can you dance like a zombie on drugs?"
Yeah.
I mean, it was done very well, but yeah, why the fuck are KFC doing that? They look, and I was talking to some people on this page about this of where I saw it, like saying, "Oh, is this real?" And if you noticed, the music on the part 2 I showed is which I could even get into that as well. The piece of music that they use is a very interesting piece of music in itself, which is, and when the people were saying, "No, it's not edited, like this is real," and then I ended up finding it myself by just typing it in, really. But I said, yeah, the KFC adverts I didn't say Australia, but I said the KFC adverts here are very different. You know, how it's always like very fun sort of ads here. Like, did someone say KFC and all the rest of this weird stuff? But it's interesting advert that appears fun and comical to the sleeping sheep. KFC doesn't need to advertise their product, so instead they can put it on a show. There is so much signaling here. Another little glimpse of a future dystopia in disguise. Dystopia, rather, has literally made my stomach turn. Sick about these ads is very symbolic, which Soylent Green. That's also what I was going to talk about. Has anyone heard of Soylent Green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So,
well, even now, the premise of Soylent Green was the planet was overpopulated, and once people got to a certain age, instead of becoming a burden on society, they got they were killed and turned into food and fed back to the population. Is that right?
Oh, it's like It's like when people with mental health illnesses and all that, but they go, how many dignity that you were a burden to society?
Oh, there's a Goyim or something. There's a word as well that is for bottom feeders.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Or useless eaters or something they call it. Because I've looked into this sort of stuff years ago, but
Yeah, I've got a question for you.
that bottom feeder, they're showing a lovely little aquatic animal that feeds on or near the bottom of the body of water. How
Mark,
cute!
I've got a question for you.
Mm.
How good is that done?
Sorry, mate.
How good is that done? Hang on what I'm talking about. Hang on what I'm really talking about.
You've lost me.
What's one thing I've not said? What's one thing I've not said?
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, I don't have a clue.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if anyone in the chat knows. I know Dogface and Joanne are pretty with a lot of this stuff. If Goyam or a word that is used for like empty eaters or bottom feeders or useless eaters.
Yeah, gee, you've seen.
So they're basically the rich and the elite look at us as like cattle, basically. For many different reasons. For many different reasons.
She's a bottom feeder. She has so
You're not rich, you're not one of us.
But I watched a film that was pretty good. Was they cloned Tyrone, and what they do in that is they like kind of now I've like thought about it a bit more. It is about cloning, but also they do what that KFC was doing. They put like this drug in the food so people get addicted to this chicken, but it's like making them become pretty much similar to like we saw. So it's quite interesting how that film had a lot of elements of what we just watched. And then when they it's like this was happening, like people being drugged and addicted to the food and stuff, but then behind the scenes as well there was like cloning elements and stuff going on in as well included. It's got Jamie Foxx and the guy that plays John Boyega, the guy who plays like Finn from Star Wars. It's actually a pretty good film. It's got some very interesting topics and subject matter in it, though. I have no idea what G's on about. Well, I don't think you would, Styles. They do the same with cheese. This is why it's so addictive. But what do you mean by that, Joanne? Do what to cheese? Add stuff to it? I mean, really, anything that isn't properly whole food is obviously made addicted. Like a lot of these snacks that we've even spoke about and enjoy, a lot of them are like made in labs and stuff. Obviously, they have additives and stuff put in there to make us want them. That's why it's kind of funny. I do Funkin' Hungry, but I know I've looked into a lot of this food and this sort of stuff for a long time. Like baby food is one of the most toxic foods of what they put in it. Like America and places like that are a lot different than like Australia and stuff when it comes to food. Like the stuff that they get away with putting in American food is pretty ridiculous, really. Like chemicals and stuff that actually have had scientific or research done to say that it can do this to the body and this. Especially like a lot of the colors and dyes they use in American food.
Humma, 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 humma.
So yeah, I thought that would be like I thought that would be a little bit of an interesting cheesy moment. I don't know what happened to Dogface. I don't know if you enjoyed the cheese tonight. Is that a commercial from USA? Yeah, I don't know. It's got KFC. I'll share it again in the chat if you're interested, Joanne. Just I'll have a look in a second as well to see if it.
Hey, boys and girls, I'm going to love you and leave you because I'm literally making a tune.
You go into town.
I into town. Even
Yeah,
though
it's
Okay.
the UK. It's the UK one,
It's
Joanne.
12:30 there.
See,
12:30
even though I
PM
don't want
there.
it, do you know why? Because right now it's going raindrops are falling on.
You going shopping, Cherinator?
Aye, but I don't want it because it's literally pouring it down.
Isn't that
Oh,
every day
nice.
there though?
It's
Yeah.
it's
Something
spitting down. It's going spit.
Yeah.
I don't want it because if I go, my wheelchair will go.
Normally I
I
say, oh yeah, isn't it better to swallow than spit? Isn't that what they say?
no, it's spitting down. It means it's raining outside.
Oh, I'm quite aware,
rain
sorry,
kept
Stephen. I was just being comical,
Yes.
comedic in that
The thing
moment.
is, I don't
Very, very sorry,
want my
old chap.
wheelchair. See, I don't want my wheelchair to get wet because I might get electrocuted.
Well, maybe don't call it a wee chair, then it won't get wet if you don't have a wee on it. I didn't know you had the chair just to wee
Yes,
on, mate.
I don't want to get
And then the
electrocuted.
electric chair, if that happens. If that happens, we wait on it.
Yeah,
The electric chair.
see, instead of having a soggy bum or a henny bum, I'll have a hot bum.
This better than having a crusty bum.
Aye, instead of crusty bum, I'll have a hot bum.
What's wrong with this? Better than no bum.
And do you know what I was saying to that one?
Okay. More than one. That's a double meaning word. Yeah.
Bye. I wish.
If we don't mean where you got to tell us.
I know. Hey guys, I'm going to love you and leave you, right? But before I go,
Okay, Stephen.
I'm going to use a wee bit
You
of
got to
wisdom.
tell us something anyhow. You got to tell us something anyhow,
I'm going to
Stephen.
give you a bit of Cherinator wisdom.
Oh yeah.
What's that? You got to tell us anyhow.
As G said earlier on, remember, even though as life does fling is, as I said, a lot of curveballs. Make sure that we embrace the people in our lives that we do love and we still have around us. Make sure that we cherish them and make sure that we
have to
tell
embrace
them how
life,
much
man.
we love them.
Yeah. Life, you have to embrace life too.
Exactly.
Embrace the good side of life, really.
Especially when it comes to times like sad times and that, just remember on the good and good thoughts and the good memories that you have with that person.
Yeah.
Just have to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and keep your chin up, Stephen. We're all here and we care about you. And yeah, again, make sure that you look after yourself because at the end of the day, if you don't look after yourself, who's going to look after you, you know?
Exactly, mate.
Yeah, because you have to take care of everything and also embrace the good side of life too. Turn over, you still got it because every day you wake up is a win for you, and you have to embrace it. The good side of life.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us as well, Stephen.
No problem, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cherinator. Catch you later.
Right. I've just got to get and get some stuff this week. So.
See you,
Hey guys and girls, I will love you and leave you.
Yeah.
So until then,
love you, man.
I'm saying, keep on trucking.
He's the king.
See you later, guys.
King of the Scots.
See ya.
He's the king of Scots. Cherinator. I like Cherinator. He's a good guy. You don't like Cherinator. He's a good man.
Yeah, he is. He's a good bloke.
He lost his uncle and cousin recently.
Hmm.
I don't like losing cousin really young because I had a cousin who died at 21. I was 17 when he passed on. That's 28 years ago. The same year I had my appendicitis. He died in June and I had my appendicitis in August.
So I guess we went into the cheesy side of stuff. What does anyone have any news of the week? What's has anyone noticed besides Donald Trump and his Cheetos?
Yeah, I had a maintenance electricity update on Tuesday. That's why I didn't hop on last stream. Anyway, that's just last stream on Tuesday. Because I had
what was
electricity
you
maintenance
doing?
update between last week. So there's some electricity upgrades and stuff. Because they recently opened up the laboratories again here. And they needed to update up around my certain streets and stuff, doing maintenance on Tuesday.
Even though it's pretty much
That's electricity.
even though it's pretty much the same crew, the same sort of stuff we do every week, this was a pretty good comeback to Hypersapien. We went from laughing, me talking bollocks for 30 minutes, and all of us talking, and then Stephen coming in and he. Then the cheese was very cheesy tonight. Everyone had a different opinion. Everyone had a different opinion on it, but that's good. That's all good. It shows. And also we got the best viewer on stream, Boo Boo.
Oh,
Our favorite bot from Twitch.
Well, you
bloody
should
bots.
do this. You should do this. Cody, go to Streamlabs or something for your live streams if you have trouble with your volume and also echoing and that. Just go to Streamlabs or Restream or something where so you wouldn't have any trouble with your volume and just talk for 2 or 3 or 4 hour live streams. You like doing that, Cody? I like on every Monday, that is. So you can go 2, 3, 4 hour live streams that you do Monday.
I've been thinking of using Talk Studio for my streams. I've been thinking about that lately instead of just doing it straight through YouTube.
We haven't even lost a sub as well after all of that. We're on for a winner. What is it? Winner, chicken dinner. Or actually, we better not go there now, all right?
Here we go.
Better not talk about that, man. KFC are going to get a bollocking next time I review them, aren't they? I'm sure I'm going to come up with something to say about them.
I use StreamYard, but I think going over to Restream that soon for my live streams and stuff. Really do what they're doing.
When everyone sees the Funkin' Hungry, the CC sausage roll review that I did, there's a couple of little jokes and moments in there that I think most people get a little smile or a chuckle out of. So
yeah, I did. So I laugh when you talk about it.
So yeah, it's one of those. Yeah,
I'm being that.
It was one of those ones where I was editing and I was like getting a bit of a chuckle or smile myself from the silly shit I was saying about him and stuff like that. But I still do what I always do, try to explain the flavour, try to put a bit of jokes or whatever in there. But yeah, there's some videos that I'm just like, as I'm making it, I'm like, hopefully someone else gets a chuckle or a smile out of it.
I did. Because before you put yours on YouTube, me and Robert Pavlov reviewed and said it Dylan B,
right? Yeah. See, I filmed this a couple of weeks ago when they came out, but as I said, I had a backlog, a big turd in the toilet.
Is this one you're going to release soon?
What was that? Sorry?
Is this one you're going to release soon, or you already have?
Yeah, like it's uploaded, or I've uploaded it. I haven't put it on YouTube yet. I've edited, and it's ready to go. But it was just before the show, and I thought if it doesn't upload in time, it might interfere with the live a bit. You know, I had problems last time with the internet a bit, so I didn't want to risk it and upload and go live, and there'd be any issues or whatever. But yeah, you'll be seeing it definitely tomorrow or Monday or whatever. So it's yeah, just giving 4 and 20 a bit of shit, and just you know, basically some of these companies seem to have more money than sense when it comes to some of the stuff they do. Like I don't even understand the logic behind it. It's like you could come up with a nice flavor that people eat and go, oh, that's delicious, or you can come up with something that's just average that not many people are going to enjoy, or whatever. It's like, and then you got KFC doing some Illuminati shit. Who knows what's going on anymore?
Yeah.
Dogface has probably had a few gummies and fallen to sleep as well. It's all happening. He's probably snoring away. Probably missed out on the cheesespiracy.
You haven't seen him in a bit.
Yeah. All right then, ladies and gentlemen here, should we wrap it up there?
Why not?
We had a yeah, well there you go. Hypersapien TV's back with the Hypersapien show, which is obviously pretty similar to Up Late with G or what we normally do. But I want to give a big shout out to Roger the Pirate, who's always here, first in, best dressed as always. He's here. Go show his channel some love. Also we have Kodie the Aussie Brony, also aka Kodie the Aussie Alistair fan Brony here. All of their links are in the description box below. If you can go and support them, sub to them, you know, they're great guys. And also the Rain Man, aka Mark Shedpork.
Thank you.
Yeah, go and subscribe to all their channels, please. And yeah, they all do live streams and they all do different content. Support and press those likes and all that good stuff. And yeah, anything else you guys want to say before we get out?
I just want to say appreciate the support and the shout out, and yeah, thanks for having us on, G.
No problem at all. All right, we'll love you and leave you, even though Charanator stole my outro. That's normally what I say. I'll love you and we'll love you and leave you, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.
See you guys.
Have a good night
Bye.
and day, everyone. Catch you.